assassination plot that's in the old EU.
Thrawn did nothing awesome himself. He sent minions, the entirety of Rebels, to do stuff. There's this big build up to Thrawn being this awesome bad guy, and then they just shoot him in the head.
I mean, to be fair,
But the antithesis.
Thrawn's menace was his ability as a commander, not his abilities as a fighter.
Yes, but his ability as a commander doesn't shine through in the fact that he's always commanding someone else to do something, and then they do all of the action, not Thrawn actually ever do anything.
Yeah, it was always a well-executed strategy or a
But he's not the one.
play.
But the point of this is he's not the one who comes up with that strategy. He passes the buck to someone else, and that person does all of the work.
Yeah, but
no, that's still very Thrawn-like.
What I've been watching,
picks the right person to do the job.
Yeah, what I've been watching of it on Rebels is that he looks at the pieces of puzzles, does the calculating, the strategizing, and then he gets his minions to do the physical part of the strategy.
Yeah, that even in the old EU, that's how Thrawn worked. He looked at the big picture and put the pieces into place for success. He analyzed a group's weakness and put the right people or the right technology in place for success to happen.
So, but anyway, I mean, I've seen the scene where he gets nailed, but I'm still waiting to see it when they execute it.
I mean, it was really cool how he did it in the old EU by studying the art and culture of the people he was subjugating.
Yeah, he's effectively doing what the FBI does. He gets inside their headspace.
Yeah, but he did it before fiction realized that was a thing and it's cool.
Yeah, before it was cool.
Yeah.
Before it was cool? All right,
I subjugated whole galaxies before it was cool, man.
I should turn on the live stream chat so I can see people talking.
There's a bit of a hashtag going, by the way.
What's the new hashtag?
Fuck.
Hashtag Fiaura is a good writer.
Oh God.
Hang on a minute. Something's wrong.
What's wrong?
Why is Restream not connected to YouTube? Edit settings.
The image of Sunrise look like she's crying or grimacing.
That's a grimace. And welcome Kyle Christian as a subscriber. That's
nice. Good game on Kyle.
Okay, I'm
nice.
Okay, I'm sorry. We're live on YouTube, right?
Yeah, we're live on YouTube.
Yeah, I'm watching.
Okay.
I had to reset it to 720p, but you know.
I'm confused.
A new seeker is after Fiaura's heart and
Welcome,
attention.
Kyle Christensen. Thank you so much. Give me a minute, Kyle, and I'll give you proper congratulations. I have to figure this out because my restream chat is not connected to YouTube for some reason.
Weird.
We're live, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm looking at your confused face right now.
Okay, why are you not registering? We're live. You're not registered. What the fuck is going on?
Oh. I have a different face next to my name.
Yeah, it's because you've been
Why are
supported
you
for 5
not
months.
registering the chat?
That's strange. I mean, I can see our chat box from.
No, Fee's restream is not picking up on YouTube chat.
Weird.
And in Pretty Pictures, I just posted the latest exhibit at a zoo.
Temporary
You are an
exhibit.
awesome person.
North American construction work.
Thank you. Holy shit. The fuck?
Woo!
Yahoo!
GG Jeffrey.
I'm having technical difficulties. Give me a minute.
Nice. Even with technical difficulties, Fee is loved.
She can't figure this out. This is breaking her brain already.
Stuff. My fraggles have been raggled.
Those are definitely raggled fraggles.
Okay, I'm working on the chat issue, guys. Give me a minute. I'm just... the things. Hi.
We're experiencing technical difficulties. Please stand by.
Did YouTube change their software?
They may have because they passed that Article 13 in Europe.
Did Restream...
Why? Article 13 is not a thing.
Did Restream stroke?
Yeah, it is. Article
It passed
13.
today.
Article 13. One failed vote was just if it was going to Secret Council and it wouldn't get any amendments. The thing it failed on was not getting amendments. It got amendments, and then they voted on it today, and they voted to cancel all the amendments and put Article 13 and Article 11 to be.
I thought they were still being negotiated with
Nope.
the member states.
Nope.
Can I ask
It
what
was
we're
about-
talking about?
Copyright-related censorship from hell.
Basically, if you're in Europe,
Europe trying to stop memes, right?
yeah,
Right.
Articles 13 and 11 passed today. Because if anyone's
does
going
that
to
mean-
ruin the internet,
Does that,
It was
mean I, does
European.
that mean I have to smuggle you guys memes now?
yeah, we're gonna have to smuggle our European friends memes.
Everybody get ready. The great meme underground railroad has begun.
And the meme black market.
The meme black market.
Yeah,
Well, it's
I
also
could sell you 12 memes for $3,000.
You mean for 30 shekels?
30 shekels.
But it's also things like if you post like a news link, you can be charged for that. Like there's a tax for. It is so much bullshit.
Jabba, I swear, I had to dump my cargo of memes making the Kessel Run.
Oh dear.
Hey.
Apparently there's revisions excluding small entities from the tax.
Yeah, but who defines a small entity except the EU? And can you really trust the EU?
Yeah.
Sometimes I trust the EU with things like that more than I would America.
Well, I mean, the FCC just said
The
Ajit
other
Pai is
thing
innocent.
is, the EU doesn't define a small entity.
You know,
The nation states
But anyway.
implementing the directive.
Yeah, this can directly affect our friends in Europe with doing stuff and sharing imagery.
Because the other thing you've got to consider with this is Europe can only set a requirement for a nation state to implement legislation regarding a given subject. The nation states then have to implement it in their own wording.
Or face sanctions, yes, I'm aware.
Yeah, so...
Okay, so give me a minute.
Anyway.
What they're telling me to do is a terrible idea.
Okay.
Uninstall the Restream app, completely from the computer, and set it back up.
So uninstall, reinstall.
So
Fine.
now we know why Sunrise is grimacing at the top of the screen, because she knew this was coming.
Fair enough. And by the way, who tipped a sunrise? There is a sunrise in the tip jar. It's on its side, but there is a sunrise in the tip jar.
Don't ask questions.
Well, we can. We just won't get answers.
Yeah. And yes, Kyle Christensen, Article 13 and Article 11.
Hi. This bag of hugs for $5.
Yeah,
Sold.
Let's break Fiaura.
with what I watched of like the EU
Thank you,
voting,
Bronze.
I'm not at all
Thank you very
enthused
much,
with it.
Bronze.
So the only question there, Hetty, is will they show the American construction worker in his natural environment?
I'm guessing so.
Just keep in mind that the First Amendment, the United States Constitution, guarantees our rights to bear memes.
Yes.
Exactly. So fuck you, Europe. We have a constitutional right to bear memes.
To bear memes. Is that the 111th Amendment?
Which means the bear cavalry meme is officially constitutional.
Bronze is already calling for you being broken like a Kit Kat bar.
That's nice.
Uh.
I'm trying to fix stuff because something exploded for no apparent reason. I really am earning that title, Princess of Explosions.
Yes, you are.
But yeah, just watching the EU Parliament today, from what I could watch of the live stream, was absolutely fucking terrifying. It's really scary when you see like the people who
Start streaming. And oh my god, it fixed itself. Oh god, slow down, dear god, why?
I take it the chat just went nuts.
hashtag blame
Okay.
Europe, everyone.
Oh god, slow down, dear god, why?
It's still scrolling.
Woohoo!
Okay. Situation normal, we're FUBAR. I'm just going to emphasize that. Situation normal, we're FUBAR.
Oh, and
Cooper
we've
did
been
it.
joined,
God damn
we've been
it!
joined by Mark
Nice,
Ross,
Bronze.
2004 from Film Fiction.
How the fuck did Cooper do it?
It's Cooper.
Dude, don't you understand? The meme is everything that happens that fucks up, we blame Cooper. End of story. It doesn't matter.
Time it's Europe's
It doesn't
fault.
fucking matter. No, it doesn't fucking matter. Cooper did it.
Cooper detention.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we are also here to remind you that we are effectively the beta testers for the shenaniganry that you see before you. That means
we're playing with rules that even we don't know, because Moon suddenly decides, oh, I'm going to test this from this book that's coming out.
So I had a discussion, and I did lots of statistics and math. I wish I was kidding.
Yeah, Cooper as a meme is illegal in Europe now.
Lies.
So I did lots of statistics and math. My brain hurts. And I came to the conclusion that if we wanted to switch parry to per attack, the ideal number was 7.5.
The stream tip grenade has been armed.
That!
5 seconds until detonation.
And somebody just makes Thanks, Arvana. Thank you. You actually finally broke the tip jar, made it overflow, and explode. We're now back down to the bottom of the jar. Anyway,
GG Avarna.
so 7 puts it in the defender's favor, and 8 puts it in the attacker's favor. And that is because of how weapons and AP and everything works. This way, heavy weapons would not be favored, nor would light weapons. So what we came to was what Moon just posted, is that for 15 AP, you may parry 2 attacks from one source, or 1 attack from 2 sources at -10.
Ah, that's different. But it does settle a few
Because the
things.
previous AP economy, you could spend for 1 parry and stop an entire character's entire AP for 15. So now, it is still weighted to the defender, but it is not so heavily weighted to the defender that parry is just a thing you declare at the end of turn. You have to actually math out how much offense and defense you want to put together.
Can I just quickly interject with something?
No, Jeffrey, your $100 gives you something else. So this is a time for me to bring this up. I added another patron tier and completely fixed my Patreon campaign from the ground up. So there are now 4 tiers. Cannon fodder, $1. You get applause and a thank you letter from Bender. What do you want from me? $10, you are a cannon fodder commissar. You get a custom emoji. You may request a custom emoji in Discord, and you actually get the role in Discord and get access to the patrons are discussing things because they want Fiaura to do bullshit chat. You may also suggest a single science exploration. That is to say, something about a fandom you want me to go math out, and I will go do my best. Then above that is full commissar of Slanesh. You're one of my favorite people. You now get to suggest once a month a game that I have to go try out, plus everything else. So you get a custom emoji of your choice added to Discord. You get access to the patron chat where patrons are giving me suggestions to do stuff that I basically have to go do. And you may now also say, hey, I want you to try out this game. And I have to at least give it a shot. Thank you, Mark. It was designed by committee. Literally, the committee of the asshats that are sitting in here with me. I didn't say that out loud. And lastly, Grand Champion of Slanesh also gives you the ability that one time, Jeffrey, you can ask me to write a story. It still has to be safe for work. Can't be porn, but you can ask me to personally sit down and write a story, and I will do my best.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing it does is it gives you access to once a month, you can request a piece of artwork. So long as it relates to the channel in some way, even doing self-inserts of your own OC. And because of trees, you can now request not safe for work art. I will get that piece of artwork done.
Well, when you consider that the Fallout Equestria is pretty much a crossover.
Yes, I write crossovers. I I want to. I want to put my foot down and say no porn. But when your artist comes up to you and talks to you for literally 2 hours begging to do porn, you either let them do porn of your stuff or you fire them.
Hi. This bag of hugs for $5.
So Glacier gets clap achievements and you
Thanks for
don't?
the stream, lol.
Trees. Glacier right now I'm kind of mad at.
Ooh.
Glacier hasn't given me any. Didn't give me any artwork all August. It's now into September. The last piece he gave me is for the coffee mug. It's in my hand. That was on July 13th. It's September.
So yeah, I had to explain to somebody in chat who Cooper was.
I just gave him the rundown of Cooper's thing.
Apparently, we need to see if season 6 of Ruby is going to be good enough to do
Season 2 of our Ruby.
Yeah.
I mean, even if it's not that great, I'd still want to do it.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
it's a fun
I think-
build.
I don't know what to think of this. Someone apparently has a bookshelf on FemFiction called Stories Written by Great People, and they put the Dead Tree story into it, and I'm like, I'm not a great person. I'm a terrible human being. What the fuck are you talking about? But I'm a wonderful pony.
Smack.
You're terribly awesome.
Yeah,
I am not.
but as what happens with a lot of folks, you're your worst critic.
Fee, you just made a video saying that you are a good writer. Shut up.
Oh, by the way, no, she actually used the quote from you, Vaughn. She didn't use her own words, she used your words.
Well, she still admitted to it, and we have that
Yes.
video, and it's been saved on other systems, so even if she deletes it, we can re-upload it, so she can never deny it because we have video evidence.
Yeah, it's already been posted on the internet, so therefore you can never get rid of it.
Posted on the video, and then made sure it was downloaded, so she can never delete it.
Although technically, you can probably get rid of it if she just puts a meme in it, and then Europe will get rid of it.
Yeah.
Exactly. All I have to do is put a meme in it and... Wait, I have a question. I have a very important... question. Important question. Need clarification. Need know what do. If I make content about my old content, am I now violating Europe's own copyright rules?
No, because you own that copyright.
Hi.
You
This
still
bag
own
of
the
hugs for
content, therefore there
$5.
is no tax
Hold.
to be paid.
Damn it, Fiaura, amazing. You hear me?
I mean,
Yeah,
you'd
you-
literally
What
be
if my
paying yourself cash.
fans make content based on my content? Are they in trouble?
Yes.
Not
Even if they credit me.
Not if you permit it.
Oh yeah, it was permitted.
Okay, I want everyone to know this right now. If you want to do something stupid and crazy with my videos, so long as you are actually adding something to it.
And giving you credit.
Oh yeah, and giving me credit.
Oh, of course. It's still that grimace. Wow, grimacing sunrise.
I said I would write a book one day. I didn't expect to write a book about ponies.
You're not. You're writing a book about Fallout.
You're writing a book about Fallout ponies, which is being co-authored by a bunch of lunatics.
I mean, you could write a book not about
Hi.
ponies.
This bag of hugs
You have
for
that
$5.
option. You've just not done that.
Thank you. Why the fuck are you guys tipping already? Moonfuck's not even here yet.
I know, it's weird, but
please.
they're preemptively splopping you.
Preemptively mooning you.
How did the tank thing start? I was originally a World of Tanks professional player.
Oh my god, have we gotten that far that you've got to explain that?
Yes. Because there's people who are come solely for the fact that she's a pony analyst.
Okay.
Hetty?
I mean,
Hetty?
when was the last World of Tanks video she's actually, or no, Armored Warfare video that she actually did? Like
Hang on.
forever ago.
I have to do this now. I have to go make everyone here feel old.
Oh, except me.
just so I feel better about my own age, because the rest of us are going to be old farts. So, I have apparently uploaded to YouTube a combination of videos and streams that equals 2,136 videos and or streams.
Wow.
I'm not done yet. Remember when we did Fallout New Vegas, Hetty?
Vaguely?
That was Christmas last year.
Yeah, it was about a year ago.
Fee, you there?
Remember when the first session of Ruby RPG to do our character gen was?
Oh god, that's got to be getting on.
A year ago tomorrow.
Yeah, it was.
Jesus, a year ago tomorrow we did Ruby.
Hold on, what was that?
No.
Clocks is here.
Yeah, Moon will be here soon. He ran to bio. I made sure we rehearsed some stuff.
It's okay, Clocks. We've been doing our talk thing beforehand, and we're not stalling.
No, but he'll be here at like 9:35.
Hey,
Hetty is busy trying to break my head.
Hetty, remember when we started Long War 2?
Oh yeah.
That was Christmas of 2016.
And Ruby was, I think, a year ago.
When was your last tanks video?
Hold on. Now I'm getting back into stuff to make people feel really old. Remember the first time I was featured on Jingles?
Mm-hmm. That was your.
Oh my.
That was 3 years ago.
That was her Fox video, man, when she owned a bunch of people.
No, didn't Jingles?
No, that wasn't the first one.
That wasn't the first one.
No,
My
it wasn't.
first World
Jingles
of Tanks
did a couple of
feature
World of Tanks
as a
run.
professional player driving a 1390 and owning the field till I physically ran out of bullets. It seems like if I run out of bullets, I own the field. Was 3 years ago. Hey, Hetty, remember the first time we played Cards Against Humanity together?
I hate to think how long ago that was.
That was 2015.
Holy shit!
I'm
really?
still scrolling back. That's why I keep bringing up these random dates.
Okay.
Because YouTube is only letting me go back 3 or 4 pages at a time.
Yeah,
Jeez.
yeah, it does that.
Oh, Kyle's been here when we're doing Men at Arms Blitzkrieg.
Yeah, that was 2 years ago. We started that a year and a half ago.
Yeah,
I remember.
Yeah.
I think maybe 1 or 2 months after.
Deliver Us the Moon was 19 months ago, and they're just now releasing the game.
Jesus.
I mean, that happens.
My
but how long?
last Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines was almost 4 years ago.
Damn, that one caused trouble.
The last time I did Darkest Dungeon as a legitimate attempt to play through it was 3.5 years ago.
I love it. Look what Drinking Buddy put on your Twitch.
You had a legitimate run at the court DLC, but when you found out how bullshit the RNG was stacked in that one, you said no, enough of that.
My first time to play Alien Isolation.
Oh, grief, yeah.
I just started grad school.
Wait a minute, that game.
My very first video.
That's not right, Fee. You were out of school by the time.
Yeah, you were out of school because we'd already.
No. That game came out, and that's when I made the jump from doing tutoring to just doing the YouTube stuff.
Okay.
My first video will officially be 4 years old.
It's not you, not necessarily
in 37 days.
Damn, to think I missed all this history. I only subbed this year. I am such a new blood despite my big spending.
Mark.
It's
Cooper's
okay
not
to
hiding.
be new blood. You want to know why? Because it means that you've got tons of shit to watch. And yes, I love comic books. I actually have. If you send me Tank Girl comic books, I will just sit here on live stream and read Tank Girl out loud and show pictures.
Not in Europe.
Oh yeah, you have to censor everything for the Europeans.
So, in answer to Mighty Dirk, I'd have to say, hey, Fee, Billy called. He says he misses you.
Billy, I have railroad spikes, and you know what order to suck on them to penetrate your brain.
Alright, I'm going AFK to stick the kettle on. Be right back.
So to answer your question, in Alien Isolation, we got to the point where I got the flamethrower. And then the game corrupted that save, and I cried. I physically broke down and cried on stream because we went to load the game, and it said save file corruption. Please start a new game.
Hey, Moon.
Hey.
Oh yeah, and I remember you were.
I was so distraught. I broke into tears because I'd gotten to the point where we had a flamethrower, and the game decided fuck you.
Yeah, I remember those streams. You always got so pissed at me the day I said, "Hey, if there's any xenomorph behind you, we'll warn you." And you're like, "Oh, thank you." And then I mentioned that the stream will delay, so I'll probably get you before we can say anything.
Hi, I'm Billy Mays I'm standing right behind you.
Hi, Billy Mays here for blah.
Billy Mays here with a special TV offer.
They named my xenomorph Billy because when I was playing Alien Isolation was around the time Billy Mays died.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
it was the anniversary of his death. Yeah.
It became the meme of playing Alien Isolation. For every time that that the alien showed up, it would scream, "Hi, I'm Billy," and I'd be like, "Fuck!"
Can I interest you in some OxyClean?
Wait, no. True story, right? True story. I was playing Monster Hunter yesterday or the day before, and I was hunting Black Diablos, and all of a sudden, someone joins. Hi, Billy Mays here.
Oh dear.
So in the meantime,
Ghost.
we're going to migrate over to the actual server that we use now for communication, so you guys can hang out freely here in Discord while we yell, scream, strangle, and otherwise mutilate each other.
And Fiaura, on an unrelated note, whenever you mention, and I apologize the risk of doing this, whenever you mention xenomorphs, this is the picture that always comes to mind, and I'll delete this right afterwards, but it's over in the live stream post.
I strangely don't mind that one.
It's adorable. Look at number 5. Teddy hat.
I strangely don't mind that one. Anyway, let's move over, and right. I will introduce our person. Well, I guess he's technically.
The fuck are you introducing?
I guess he's technically not a person. Ladies and gentlemen.
Wait, what's technically not a person? Because
Twitty. He's not people.
Oh no, Twitty is not people. Twitty is an alien.
I am the token.
Hey. Mexicans are people too.
Bring it
everyone.
Hello.
This is Twitty's time to shine. Everyone do like I do and go on mute because I'm incapable of shutting up.
So, ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, I would like to introduce you to the hippie version of Billy. The I'm too cool for this new age, where's my IPA version of Alien, Mr. Twitty.
Hello, everybody. So, last time we were together, y'all got to watch Sunrise and Party finish up the fighting. There was a lot of shooting, a lot of wounding. Healings happened, so Sunrise didn't die. So, she's alive. The party's actually alive. They even started healing some of the ones they were fighting against. Oh, that's right. Quickstitch utilized his special gun with love drug darts. And that had some real interesting effects when some of the other ponies, the mercenaries and such, started trying to make out with the party members or each other in the middle of the battle. That was amusing. But they finally got done, and they heard that there was an elevator when they're going to take a look once they get done securing everything and everybody. And they pulled in the trailer with the sled with the parts to make life a little easier on themselves. And they're going to go and investigate. There may be more gun battling. We don't know. They won't know until they go down below on the elevator. Hopefully they'll find the tank in good enough condition and that the scavengers didn't start chopping it like, you know, well, you know, like a car stolen from downtown Brooklyn. The question is, what will they find when they go downstairs through the elevator? And will they leave somebody to keep a watch on these ponies that have been tied up? Although I think some of them may like being tied up at this point with the drug in their system. Anyway, I'm going to let Moon take it from here because there really wasn't that much extra additional information. Because, well, it was just a continuation of the gun battle that's been going on. That was going on for 3 sessions. Moon! Moon. Moony, moony, moony.
Screams in mute button.
I honestly want to hear what screaming in mute button sounds like, but I don't think my hearing's sensitive enough to overcome mute.
All right. Screaming in mute sounds like.
You know he just turned and screamed out his window. You know he did it.
Well, that was educational.
Oh, that's right. Clock's got to hear that.
This is like David Attenborough level of education.
What? No, we're like
moments of film.
By the way, before I leave, real quick, Clocks, I think you're going to need to get me the 5-pound steak platter.
Attaboy.
Oh my God, you're
Moon,
going for a Brahmin?
Moon, I have a question. If
Brahmin is one of the win conditions.
Well, no, one of the person who just joined our Discord is called Foxcoon. So, if he
Cheska fuck?
is a fox and a raccoon, does that make him adorable as fuck or a trash panda?
It makes him a spaceship in Tenchi Moyo.
Wait, where? What? Who? I'm
Discord. Feast Discord.
It makes him Tom Nook.
Yeah, Feast Discord.
Like, does that make it an adorable fox or a trash panda?
Makes him both.
An
And a
adorable trash
spaceship,
panda.
because if you've got a blend of critters, they can be a spaceship like a cabot, like Ryo Oki from Tenchi Moyo.
I was just going to say a foxy cosplay of the coon from South Park.
I have so many more questions, but in the meantime, Equestria, ladies and gentlemen, off to this magical land.
Back to the poison nightmare world.
I apologize,
like
Foxcoon. Legitimately, your avatar shows more of the male zebra than the female mare, so I went with the male zebra. I'm sorry.
Wait, what?
Sorry. Go ahead.
I'm so very confused. But anyway, so yeah, combat stops firing. You do healing actions, stuff and things and the whatnot. All right.
No, it pays to be specific here. In Downtime, we judged that tending to the wounded and hauling the sled in took at least 5 rounds. So it's been 30 seconds since shots stopped being fired. That's exactly when this took place. There wasn't much downtime, but the stuff that happened was important. They did heal a bunch of ponies.
All right. So, so a very tense 30 seconds pass. The cart is drawn inside. Bandages are hastily applied here and there. Potions are quite literally thrown on people. But everyone battens down the hatch as quick as they can. Off in the distance, deep towards the back, you hear the sound of a mechanical lift for a moment. And then after at the end of the 30 seconds, once the doors are closed, the mechanical lift fires back up again. Are any of you flying over if you can, moving closer?
Which
Et
way
cetera.
are you moving?
Cautiously moving in direction of noise.
Alright, noise is happening back here. Since Al's, at least someone has a perception high enough to get there.
I didn't see a ping.
Oh, I am sorry. Oh, shit. I'm on the wrong layer. No one's going to see anything. Ping!
I like GM pings. They're a new thing. It makes it where it literally jerks the player's camera to where the GM did the thing.
Oh, is that why my map moved?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, I had not been utilizing them as much as I really should have.
I knew I forgot something. I'll be right there.
Yes, Al, you know where the thing is.
Quick
I'm
Stitch, you and...
I'm gonna climb up onto the gangways and take the gangways to get there.
You can. There's a small ladder here rigged up.
Okay, so
Hey,
I'm about here, but I'm on a gangway.
All right, stop moving there. Because there you'd be able to see things. Actually, I'm gonna move you back to here when you first encounter things. So I want to have everyone see it roughly the same time. So I'm not detailing this multiple times.
Okay, so presumably everybody moved to approximately where the ping was.
Yeah, Sunrise, you're looping over these boxes down to this way.
She's looking for a way to go that way, yeah. But in the meantime, since they moved up onto the catwalk, she's going to look up at them and go, "What do you two see?"
Does anyone specifically not move up?
Yes.
All right, so Nyota and Sunrise and Boba are all down on the ground floor. Mina, are you staying down on the ground floor?
I am staying down on the ground floor.
All right, you're staying down on the ground floor. Al, I assume you're airborne? Al?
Yeah, he's airborne.
Okay. More importantly, where the fuck is Quick Stitch's token?
By the survivors.
Watching and tending to the survivors as he was instructed.
I assumed that it took more than 30 seconds to put the one pony's leg back facing the right way.
You haven't gotten to that yet.
Don't worry about it.
He'll be fine, though. There are others who, are still kind of in the process of bleeding out, but they're good. They're being tended to. You're going to need a lot of coffee when this is done. But, so while you're saving them... Alright, so Chifundo, you're going to give them the report back?
Yeah, I'll shout back to him. So, what do I see?
Alright, let me move these off screen. Oh, you're going to be up there. Later.
Actually, this is taking place as we were getting ready to do the healing and such. Then I probably would stay back with Quick Stitch.
Okay.
Hi.
So
This
stick
bag of hugs for $5.
Okay.
Ho!
So, Chifundo,
Well,
as
it's time
you
for me to go to bed. Got an early
head
shift
up top,
tomorrow. You have a
you were
great
able
session.
to make out
Give the hellfire.
3 ponies: a zebra, an older zebra, an older unicorn, an older unicorn stallion, a younger zebra mare, and a little earth pony filly, who leaned up against her much as one would carry a sort of battle standard. Thank you, Al. I see that now, yes. Carrying a sort of a battle standard, the unbolted barrel of the tank, upon which is etched the mark of sunrise, a mark of sunrise. At the very end, there is a sign tack welded. There is a clock. Would you please post the picture? There is a banner of a tyrant-looking Celestia with the word "obey" written on it, and over the face of her is some sort of weird mark.
Do I recognize the mark?
Make me a lore check at a -40. Also, Al, don't move any closer. You were back a little bit here, so you can stay there. But
That's the first time I moved my token. Sorry about that.
No, you're good. I thought you had moved it a couple of times.
Typing, by the way, guys, is me taking notes for writing later.
Hot damn Sam.
I
that's a
fucking
scary
hate.
face.
I hate criticals so much. Hold on, let me crack this fresh beer.
That's a critical wordy penalty.
Please stop criticaling. Please stop. You are derailing any amount of story I can possibly write up.
No, this thrusts him right into the middle of the work we were just doing.
I know, I'm teasing. No, you look at this and you have clearly seen this mark before. It's not as common as some of the other ones, but for some reason you've seen Sunrise make this mark. You haven't seen her make this mark, but you know that she's made this mark. You know this definitively as one of the marks of Wandering Sunrise. You are, however, not sure what it exactly means.
Hey, what do you two see?
I'm going to...
You do not know that unless you also critical an academics and lore check, Hetty.
I'm not going to... I'm going to take my...
Do it, Philly. Do it.
I'm going to take my varmint rifle, hold it in a neutral stance, so it's pointing at the ground but not near them, and shout for them to identify themselves.
Well, I was going to roll their... I was going to roll their perception, but thank you for having them all auto pass.
Fucking bingo. Thank you, Hetty.
Thank you, Hetty. They look up to there. The unicorn up top goes, "Ho there! Lower that gun!" The earth pony, the zebra still stands with a weapon drawn, but is more just staying defensively near the filly. The filly looks up to you. Ugh. The filly looks up to you and says, "Ho! I am the extremely pissed off mud pony artificer Soot, heir to Unicorn Cinder, daughter to Magus Anthracite, scion to Supercritical Manifold, may she always slumber. And what could you possibly want with a broken tank?"
We can fix it.
What? If I may interject, why are you brandishing multiple different symbols of Sunrise?
That's a very long story.
But yeah, I'll shout back. Short version: we can fix the tank.
You see her rest it against one of the more sturdy-looking crates, and with a deadpan look, just looks back to you with merely, "What?"
We have assembled the parts needed to fix the tank.
That's not possible. It was missing several core components. It would be a miracle if it would ever drive again, let alone any of the other systems, but I know that if I was given a couple of years, I could get the thing running. But you're just a bunch of mangy scabbers. What could you possibly know about any of this?
Did you just call me a mangy scabber?
I don't know who you are, Bird.
Alguacil.
But you look kind of terrifying, and also like a raider with the whole, empty eye socket and scowly face.
Al has a false eye in.
Alguacil.
This is literally the first time I have been told this.
You're the one that approved him getting the false eye.
You gave it to him.
That's not fair. I was drunk when I agreed to that.
Wait, you're drunk. This is like stream. Can you redact anything under that?
Was this like first or was this like second or third session in Rooftop?
All right. So she's like, with that whole glass eye and scars on your face and the blood of what I assume is one of the guards who was here. Oh no, you only shot things.
Alguacil, Go and let Sunrise know what we found before she starts panicking.
Sunrise has been hearing you shout this conversation back and forth and is very confused.
Soot is not a quiet filly.
She traded out her ability to speak below a low yell for a +1 to strength.
Nyota,
I, little missy, am the long eye of the law, and your guard shot at us first.
Alguacil?
My guard was simply... You know what? No, I'm not going to talk to you, Help. I want to talk to your leader.
Alguacil, go tell Sunrise before this gets hostile. I'm sick of shooting today.
I'm pretty sure she can hear all the shouting.
Listen to your pink-striped friend. He knows what he's talking about.
Moon, does she get the int roll for that?
Yes.
Quick question though: can Quickstitch hear what everyone's
roll perception? Roll perception -1.
This is a warehouse and people are yelling.
It's
Yes,
a warehouse.
it
People are
echoes.
yelling. It's
worked in a
echoing all
warehouse.
over the show.
Quickstitch.
No. Boxes can muffle you.
Quickstitch. Roll perception just on the off chance it doesn't get scattered in the rafters.
No, Moon, you don't understand.
I used to work in a foundry. I understand how sound travels.
I worked.
You're good. You can hear them.
God,
Okay.
that's damn near a...
I was gonna say I
What's
worked in a
your crit
grocery
range?
warehouse. There was actually a sign on the supervisor's office: "No yelling ever," because it would carry from the supervisor's office to the other end of the warehouse, a quarter mile away.
Check.
Mina? What the fuck?
She hears everything.
No. Mina tastes sound right now.
Not only that, but she can probably guess how the accent of this damn pony or something.
Mina has become a sonar array.
Mina, you're on so many drugs you can see the individual atomic makeup of the crates.
I was gonna say she can see the sound waves.
You turned the belt too far. You've slipped between the cracks.
I have seen sound before. It was wild.
But yes, if there is a sound and here's Capola Mina, you will be notified of it.
Then the pony hyperventilating in the box.
Oh yes, there's the pony hyperventilating in the box.
Wait, what?
Be aware.
I didn't say you'd be able to tell where everything was coming from.
No, but somewhere somebody's in a box and
Good night,
panicking.
Mark. Go read the story, which reminds me, I need to put the story in the chat in the description.
Anyways, so
Given that this is not turning to be particularly violent, Chifundo would reholster his varmint rifle and pick up Snuggles and put Snuggles on his back.
all right, she fully
Perception
sets
roll
down
to see Snuggles.
She fully sets down the baseball bat that was the barrel of the tank.
Wait, she's swinging a barrel of a base.
She was holding it like a battle standard.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, I will be right back. Sorry, IRL stuff.
That's fine. Should we be scared of a pony that can swing a barrel of a tank like a baseball bat?
We should be more
No, you
concerned with the
should
fact
be
that we still
scared
don't
of a
see a way
pony
through
that
all
could
these books.
rally others into following along with a stupid plan like refurbishing a broken tank.
We're still
by the
trying
way,
to find a way through these
the boxes in front of you are 5 foot tall tops.
Sunrise, that's nice. Sunrise is 3 foot. Silly. 3'8". Those boxes are taller than her.
Have you seen a horse jump?
Have you seen a horse in heavy armor jump? It's not pretty.
No, but you've got a Nyota to help you up.
Come on, we don't have time for that right now.
So
Nyota?
I have a Nyota to give an awkward boner to while he helps Sunrise up. Got it.
Nyota, remember, be a gentleman. And stare hard.
Well, I've been talked over the entire entry to this session, so I mean, I'm just gonna stay quiet.
Oh
You can
shit,
talk.
sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Fuck, right. We forgot to do that thing where we roll initiative
hey,
for covering people's actions in conversation. Would you guys do that?
Clocks.
Yeah.
You and not Hetty, Moon have been talking over us quite a bit to start this off. Is everything okay, or are you just guys just that much out of sorts?
I've been talking over you?
Yes, both of you have been talking over me, and I actually shut up at a certain point and waited.
I'll spend more time on mute.
Yeah, I can count at least 3 situations where you were talking over people.
Like I've said before, if I'm doing it, feel free to shout at me. I know it's a huge problem I have.
But that, like, initiative for conversation things did work really well the last couple times we tried it.
Yeah, but we can't roll it right now because the initiative isn't up.
Oh, we can roll it, it just won't show until the initiative is shown.
I just want to point out, I rolled a 5 and Nyota rolled a 1, and damn.
Nyota is one fast, perceptive pony.
But no one as fast as hopped up scopolamina on drugs. What the fuck?
Wow. Quick Stitch min rolls and matches mine. Wow. Holy shit.
I have a very high perception.
Yes, Scopolamina, the pony version of the squirrel from Over the Hedge.
Definitely.
I will do you better and raise you the squirrel from Hoodwinked.
That squirrel's good, but it's not as good as the Over the Hedge squirrel on caffeine.
I liked the coffee. The coffee was a nice touch.
Yeah.
I mean, the squirrel in Over the Hedge is literally moving faster than light. It is walking around lasers as they are starting to emit for the trip device. That's the point. Fee, have you seen Over the Hedge?
Actually, the squirrel in Over the Hedge might be like a bastardized take of the squirrel from Hoodwinked, because Hoodwinked came out a year before.
Possibly then. I know. Sorry.
I don't think I've seen Hoodwinked.
Oh,
Hoodwinked is
Hoodwinked's
great.
amazing. Well, it's not amazing, but it's pretty good.
I was prepared.
Guys, remember to queue up and then wait and see if anyone else. You literally have it on your screen. You can see people. When
No,
they're
we
queued
don't.
up. How do you
No,
not
we
have
don't.
Discord open where you can see this?
Because I've got the game in full screen, and I've got, in order to be able to manage everything properly, and I've got my character sheet in pop out just so I can alt tab to it when I need it.
I have 2 screens yet. I have your stream on one, the Discord on that screen, and my character sheet, and then the main game on my main screen. So
I have one screen because my second screen broke and I've not been able to replace it.
I've only ever had one screen.
Yes, to answer your question, Chaco, that is scopolamina right now. That is scopolamina.
All right,
Yeah, she's a little
terribly
bloodshot.
sorry about that.
I'll go back.
Hey. All right, so everyone's rolling for initiative.
Yeah, we've rolled for conversation rights.
All right, let me throw that up real quick.
It worked super well last time.
No, I'm glad you did that. Thank you. Are these actually? Oh my god, they're actually
cool idea.
Accurate.
Wait, what?
The thing is actually accurate. I'm surprised.
We have no idea what you're talking about.
The turn order, it's responding accurately. I'm impressed.
Yeah, it automatically updates when it's closed down and new initiative is called. It automatically updates the roll as long as your token is selected.
This is new, and I'm happy for it. It used to not do that.
Yeah, I've just posted the scene I was talking about.
Oh yeah, that scene.
So yeah, Fee, watching that, how fast is that squirrel actually moving?
We'll get into that later. It's time to do this now, Hetty.
That's fair enough.
It's moving at the speed of plot. All right, so Scopolamina, you are first up. Zippy the Wonder Blender.
Right now, I'm just helping Quick Stitch with the healing. So,
all right. Zebra continues to stay menacing. Al.
Sorry, 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
Go. Al is just going to glare at this person. What is their
Philly.
karma?
Soot? Let me check real quick. Soot is... Soot is a mild blue.
He's just going to keep glaring then.
Yeah, she is discernibly blue. Yeah, the unicorn's neutral, and the zebra is a little bit bluer than the filly.
Yeah, he's just going to keep glaring then.
Okay. That's all? Okay. She is going to glare back. Sunrise, you've heard all of this.
Naona, do you see a way past these boxes?
Looks like just over here.
Yeah, you can squeeze through there.
As you shimmy past those crates, Bubba Pet jumps off onto one of the crates obstructing you and jumps back on when you're done shimmying past them.
What, looking at them like, what are you doing?
Yep. On this one, you do have to climb over it, but it's only 5 feet high, so you're able to scramble up.
Sunrise pokes her head around the corner. Were you the one yelling and shouting?
The filly looks at you kind of incredulously as you are covered head to toe in armor. I am. Who be you?
The armor does have.
She's got Angel written on her chest plate.
Wait, what?
The armor has Angel written on the chest plate.
Come on, just do the hi. I'm wondering something.
Yeah, I know. I want to sit there and go 1, 2, 3, go.
Sunrise takes
It
a
is?
seat. Yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Sunrise takes
I
a
missed
seat.
that before.
Takes off her helmet and the ballistic glasses. I'm wondering, Sunrise, you're Soot? Really? They named you Soot?
The filly stares at you very hard for a minute, judging you, looking over your face and scrutinizing every detail. With a very soft smile, she nods. Yes, I am Soot. She smiles through the charcoal black coat. I am actually white underneath all of this engine grease. But I feel uncomfortable if my coat isn't caked with oil and grime. I was basically born on and around machines. However, enough of my life story. You say you're wandering Sunrise.
Yeah?
What did you fall into?
Moon check PM.
Fall into? What? Confused horse staring.
Confused stare back.
I came to talk about getting my tank back when your guards shot me.
Ah, right. Wandering Sunrise. The Green Terror, yes.
I've never been called the Green Terror. That's a new one.
Really? Ponies have been telling tales about it to their foals for years. Hey, I grew up with this phrase as a threat. You know, eat all of your food or the Green Terror will come and steal it and possibly kill you. The fables aren't as good as the ones out of the old Germain books. But that's not the point. The point is, you're... What?
Just keep talking. Sunrise is fiddling with her pit buck.
Okay. You're... more amicable than I would have imagined.
The luck roll was to have DJ Pwn 3 doing a news announcement when she turned on the station.
Alright. Yeah, it's something about, there's a special guest interview with one of the citizens of the roof. They'd gone out that way to sell some water. Or just made their way out there. Reason's not important. But yeah, they're doing an interview right now with one of the survivors of the roof.
She waits for it, lets her keep talking, and then when she says, and when they bring up the people who came and, quote, saved the roof, she goes, that was us.
How do I know that wasn't a holotape? Or a log recorded onto there?
She holds up her pit buck and shows her the screen where she can see it's on live radio signals.
Alright. She walks closer to get a better look. I need to... Donnelly...
And see how tiny Sunrise is.
Actually, I need to shrink this token.
So they're about the same size?
No, she is smaller than Sunrise.
Okay.
Alright. This tiny filly comes up, looking over. Huh. I guess that is a live stream broadcast.
Yeah, so why did your guards shoot me?
Because my guards were listening for anyone who was talking about a tank. Because given the way everything was made and the way that it was claimed, we assumed some kind of psychotic survivalists or whatnot had hauled it up. Either that, or that it was owned by some pre-war military installation. We assumed that if someone came rolling up on us, that, well, it was probably going to be the government. So they were ordered to shoot first and ask questions later.
There's repeated blinking.
He wasn't very smart, but he was good at his job.
So, maybe we should try this again? Hi, I'm wondering, Sunrise. I'm also referred to by Pwn 3 as the angel with the shotgun. These are my friends.
She
Nyota,
makes a whinnying sound.
That's Nyota on top of the box over there, looking like he's about to springboard onto someone. The one with the manticore is Chifundo. The angry griffin, I assure you, he's completely harmless 90% of the time, is Alguasil. And we have Quick Stitch and Scapola tending your wounded.
I see. I simply asked that if you are going to take them with you, that you attempt to give them to a slaver who will treat them well.
Sunrise looks horrified. Slaver?
So it has a very neutral expression on her face.
We didn't want to fight you in the first place!
Came back looking to get your tank. We
were willing to negotiate and trade for it, and then you shot at us, and crazy... Mine's drawing a blank. What's her name?
Minty Fresh.
And then Minty Fresh came out charging us guns blazing.
Wait, Minty Fresh came out? Wait, Minty
Fresh
was here?
Us with like 4 ponies.
She looked at you with a slightly confused look on her face. Wait, Minty Fresh was still here?
Yes!
What?
We kept trying to talk to you guys, and you guys responded by shooting at us. I assumed
I fired her after she botched that trade deal a couple weeks ago.
For the car with all the scrap in exchange for the Manticore corpses and about 400 caps?
That was you!
The car worked, by the way. You just had to connect the ignition wire.
When should have forcibly remove. She turns and begins to whack her head off the nearest crate. Just stupid. I should have had her forcibly removed.
Significant damage to the crate, by the way.
Yeah, she is beginning to chisel her way into the crate. I should have had her physically removed from...
Yeah, so after your guards shot at us, sadly we killed one of them.
She walks off while you're... Oh no, you were talking. She turns on a heel and listens intently.
The other one, he's alive. I bandaged him and Quick Stitch is tending. He has a nasty head wound, but Quick Stitch says he should be okay. Then Minty Fresh came out with a bunch of, I can only assume were her ponies, and there was a firefight, and then when we tried to talk it down, you guys shot at us more. So at that point, she reaches into her pack and pulls out the Equestrian Officer's Manual. This says that if at that point the enemy is willing to still engage you, they are likely going to pursue you, and that we had to push back, and that our options are either counterattack or flee or hold our ground.
Does she get a will check to save against trying to dive tackle that book?
Oh yeah, thank you.
But yeah,
You see her eyes twitch very, very violently, but she does not move from her position.
Sunrise puts the book away. Yeah, so,
Her eyes stop twitching.
yeah, that symbol on that tank barrel that you're somehow holding, that's impressive. Yeah, I draw those.
What?
Show them, Sunrise.
She shrugs, looks at the spot exactly where she bashed her head into the crate and pulled it back out, pulls out the chalk, and draws it under that spot. And then takes out the Wonder Glue and smears it across to seal it in. What's everybody else doing while she's drawing?
Waiting for you to finish your turn on the initiative.
That's meaning that should be the end of my initiative because it takes longer than like 5 seconds.
And shift window. Yeah, sorry, I was just typing something.
I'm just going to kind of climb down and stand next to Sunrise. Just kind of looking friendly, or trying to look friendly, while dressed up in more leather armor than anybody has any right to.
BDSM pony.
Chifundo wears it well, though.
He does.
Yep.
And he's got this mystical looking shaman's cloak over it all, just to add to the effect. I'm guessing that's going to end my turn now that we're in full-blown high and wandering sunrise mode.
Yeah. The ball is not in motion. Quick stage, you're healing?
I am healing. And
Can you make me another couple of medicine checks?
Yes.
Alright, do me 4 more.
You know, in that second 40, if we'd gotten all 40s, I'd have been like, wow, it just really likes the 1940s.
Yeah.
Swing music.
She looks at the mark. She looks to you. Goes, draw another one. Or, hold on. I'll have to wait for that. Yep, I have to wait for that. Alright, the unicorn looks down at you. Horn, not actively casting anything, but there is still the faint glow of magic as energy is still pulsing through it. He appears to be in his late 40s. Alright. Is Nyota back from the little shit kicker's room?
Did they all take a bio all at once?
Apparently, I guess.
No, I put myself on mute to stop talking over people quite so much.
I'm here. It's not my turn, so.
Alright, well, Nyota looms, and if he wants to do something, he can do a thing. Scapola.
I continue to keep helping Quickstitch, handing him what he needs, and putting pressure or trying her best to help.
Basically being a very good nurse.
The zebra leers menacingly. Alguacil. Sorry, not menacingly, protectively.
Closer. And he is going to be glaring, and he is going to simply he is going to state this loudly and angrily. We are not raiders. We are not slavers. I am a regulator. I was the one that locked up that shed that you so kindly blew your way into. I still have the keys for that shed.
Do me a favor. Roll charisma. Cool.
And from what the guard out there was saying, that shed was found by tracking my flight path to it.
We were
With that, he's
tracking.
going to stop, and he is just going to glare again. Moon?
Yeah.
That's all I was gonna do.
I know. I am running out of hands quickly.
Fair enough.
What do you mean you're not some kind of 8-armed master of dice and pens?
All right. Nyota, what are you doing?
Deactivating the shield talisman and stepping down to stand beside Sunrise.
Okay. All right. She continues to watch Sunrise draw. Sunrise.
Looks over at Nyota confused. Are they okay?
What? What do you mean?
What?
She looks at Nyota when she finishes drawing. Did everyone just watch me draw?
I mean, everyone except the people who were working on bandaging the others.
And El Guasul, who's just staring in lawful angry.
Right.
So hold on. I want to take a moment to ask you, Fiaura, what does it feel to do a live stream while you're live streaming?
Moon, I want to say that this inception was made possible by Dead Tree Studios.
That's right, fillies and gentle colts. Buy our books. They're recursively good.
But yes, after you finish drawing that, she looks to you and says, draw another. Different from that one.
And don't forget, take Wild Wasteland.
What do you mean, different?
So describe the mark that you made. What did it look like?
It's the same mark that's on her armor. It's a pony. It's a pony angel holding a shotgun with a sunrise behind it.
Okay, so it's just a very generic looking one.
It's the exact same thing that she's drawn everywhere that they've gone.
Moon?
It's on the tank barrel.
No, you've been making little notations next to them. It's the same thing, but it'll have a different thing next to it. Like the one with the gun and the food and the water. You did a little house.
Oh.
Moon? For reference, the one that she's actually drawing is on the updated reinforced armor sheet for her.
Oh, cool. Where is that?
Artwork on Road Top.
Scroll up in Art Dump.
Ah, thank you. Oh, that drawn out angel looking symbol?
Yeah.
The one on her upper flank?
Yeah.
It's also actually marked out next to the text.
Yeah, no, I see that. I thought you had been making that, but then something else in addition to it.
No. The addition thing is adding the clear glue over it to seal it in against the weather.
No, it was that mark and then something pending to the situation. I thought I might have been remembering almost an entire year incorrectly.
That would be the correct thing now, is that you've been remembering that slightly incorrectly for some reason. I think it's more your brain associating as to where the marks are, and you're keeping up with it by the event, and then you start associating the event as being drawn as well. Which is not necessarily remembering it incorrectly, it's how memory association works.
Okay, so we have a side story that's dependent on you having done that. Are you willing to let us retcon a little, like very gently?
Or do you want me to go stab the story I have written to death? Because I can do that. It's tied up and I have a knife.
It's tied to me. Don't let him do that.
I kind of want to let him stab clocks.
Honestly, that's fair.
That's.
But you know what? Group decision. Do I need to go like?
Retcon. I want to see where this goes. Retcon it.
I'm sorry. Seem like something Sunrise would do.
Hold on. So Nyota was second there, and 3 of you talked over him.
Retcon it.
Okay, well, I got writing to do. Ugh.
I almost hate to bring this up, but that is specifically part of what that bribery pie was for.
Oops, I'm sorry. I fucked up.
Anyway, Fee, I don't think you actually have to do any rewriting in the story. Realistically, you go into some detail about the mark, but having it be, slightly adjusted with another symbol next to it doesn't necessarily need to be part of the story. It's just a minute detail that could be overlooked in the heat of the moment, and then when it's brought to the fore at this point, then there we go.
In the meantime, she looks at her kind of funny, and then proceeds to draw incredibly a incredibly confused Earth pony.
She
can you roll for that?
Sure. I'm gonna roll badly. I didn't say she was an artist.
Don't worry, there's no significant penalty for failure.
So, add like a degree of failure to that because it's a different profession.
So, stick figures.
Slightly better than stick figure, but definitely not more like I'm going to hang this on the refrigerator because it makes my child feel special.
But a comprehensible doodle.
Yes.
looks down, nods. Okay. Chifundo.
Yeah. While Sunrise is drawing, Chifundo will politely ask for Soot's story.
Soot looks to you. Oh, nothing special. She stops. She smiles. Sorry, they always tried to get me to do the humble card. I never really flew that way. I was born in a town off to the west, on the edge. The name isn't important. But there we were learning from some of the greatest unicorn engineers and matrix casters since before everything. There I am the... She stops, moves her hoof for a second. Great-granddaughter of supercritical mass. The first unicorn ever to, she stands, proudly smiles. The first unicorn to ever conduct stable fusion for about 5 minutes. There is now a 1.5 mile in diameter lake where our house used to be. But that's not important. However, now there is a school, and we teach the brightest minds, and I passed my entrance exam when I was 3. And then I was a slave, and then I bought my freedom, and then I found a tank, and then you shot my friends, And now we're here.
For what it's worth, I'm deeply sorry about having to shoot your friends.
With you, I legitimately believe that.
The school you mentioned sounds interesting, though.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of far away. But, yeah, we have power and stuff. It's a little utopia hidden away from everything.
Wow. Yeah, about the thing you mentioned with the slavers, we rank slavers only slightly above raiders. We don't like them. We certainly don't deal with them. Nobody is getting sold into slavery today.
So then I'm perplexed. What are you going to do with the injured?
Normal run of form is to patch them back up and give them the chance to move on with their lives. Kind of looks to Sunrise. Heck, we even managed to make friends with an enclave.
She scoffs.
Yeah.
You don't make friends with an enclave, you just get moved down their kill list.
No, we incapacitated her. Sunrise basically gave her the option to be better. Between that and the fact that she now believes that if she was to ever be found by the Enclave, she'd be branded a Dashite. She came with us and stopped off at the roof.
So, you're friends of circumstance.
I mean,
you're going to have
seems
to
to be where
forgive
it
me.
starts.
You're going to have to forgive me if I don't say that one counts. Friends of convenience is not the same thing as true friendship. At least that's what all of the at least that's what all the ministry mayors once said.
While it's friends of circumstance, yes, but it's a starting point.
I suppose the friend of my friend. I suppose the enemy of my enemy is my friend is a decent enough place to build a bridge.
Common ground and all that.
Yeah.
Sunrise interjects with, "She's the one who sent out the radio signal to tell us to come help the roof."
Really?
She nods. I gave her a frequency to contact us on and made sure she had a working radio.
I see.
Yeah, I just wish that one went better.
What happened?
The battle at the roof was not pretty at all, and well, I think there's things we could have done better as well.
Well, I just gave you my life story, or at least the condensed version of it. Can you return the favor?
Do you want us to go into that, Sunrise?
She sits down and looks at Nyota and looks at Chifundo and looks at Alguassel. So long as you're not telling it, Chifundo, because I think by the time you got done rhyming, my head would be so far spinning that I would absolutely blow a lid.
Also,
Chifundo would smirk and sit down and motion for her to take the lead if she wants.
Also, Nyota would look at them Perhaps we should take this somewhere where we can make a decent meal. That isn't so, no offense, corpsey.
No, I understand that. There's a sort of break area set up downstairs in the garage, but don't stray far.
No, I'm not going downstairs until we tend to or at least not eating until we take care of the ones we couldn't save.
Sunrise, you've been skipping meals.
+1 karma.
No, don't worry about the dead. She turns around and looks up to the unicorn. Do you think you can? And he just nods. By the way, quick stitch, I assume that you're just healing?
As opposed to?
Anything else at this moment in time?
No. Healing and listening.
Alright, so you continue to doctor and eavesdrop.
The academics check was to see if he knows who the cold fusion unicorn was.
Actually,
you have heard of the folly. You have heard of the folly of the only pony to ever try to, quote, be like the sun. But the name isn't mentioned, and it's really only told as a cautionary tale. That's not enough to know about her. I'm sorry.
Fair enough. Are we going to move the wounded downstairs?
I believe that would be wise.
Only if you and Quickstitch agree they can be moved. I mean, no offense, you weren't exactly gentle.
They shot you how many times in the head? And you expect me to be gentle?
She looks at her helmet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10 if you count the one that went through and grazed off my head.
And then, there you have my point.
Ifondo will just grin at you and then go to help with moving wounded, so that we can move move the conversation downstairs.
Sunrise will stop and pull out her shotgun and unload it. Pull out her Gauss carbine and unload it. Pull out her noob tube and unload it. Take off her bandolier of grenades and put that in her saddlebag, the one that has all the rest of the explosives in it, and then take out her holdout pistol, that's the 45, and unload it.
So 10 minutes. So 30 minutes later, after the Bruja unholsters all of their weapons.
Did anyone stay near Sunrise? Okay.
Look, unless he tells me otherwise, I assume that Nyota is basically magnetically attached to your side.
Nyota actually stepped over to Quickstitch to check and see if the wounded could be moved, and if so, he will.
Nyota told me otherwise.
So the only ponies who get a perception check are Soot and her gang.
Sorry, Sutton who?
Anyone who actually stuck around, because she actually took out the holdout pistol.
Yeah, 2 of them pass.
They can see Rainbow Rise's name engraved on the handle.
Soot looks up. Who is Rainbow Rise?
Dad.
I'm sorry?
Dad. He's the reason I'm wandering all over the wasteland. One of 2 reasons.
Oh. I assume the other would be Mother?
You're a smart one.
I have to lead them somehow.
Well,
it's clearly not by being physically imposing. And at this, she cracks a little smile.
I've got all the tank parts on a sled if you want to take a look and make sure everything we need is there.
How did you get the tank parts? I mean, I was... look, so it's a newer, well, older...
It's a Sand Scorcher Mark II Model E, isn't it?
What? The tank?
Yeah.
Honestly, couldn't tell you. The identifying marks got filed. The identifying marks were one of the things that wasn't there.
Well, with the 75mm gun and not the upgraded 76, but the upgraded armor package on the front, in addition to the upgraded engine to make it a armored scout tank, indicates it's a Model E for easy.
What armor?
Right. The extra plating was stripped off for the repairs. And I have the extra plating over here.
No. See, we realized we weren't going to get this thing to run at any point in time soon, and while we weren't going to do anything crazy like gut the internal engine, or, the remains of the engine and whatnot, the salvageable treads and skirting were some really choicey bits of alloy.
She thinks about it. That's fine. So long as you left the road wheels on that were still there.
Yeah, the wheels stayed on. We figured we could mill some treads out from the new stuff, but
yeah,
so you're not going to try and combat me for taking a plasma cutter to this thing?
If you want to help me take a plasma cutter to it while we finish getting it running, I don't mind.
Oh, that's not necessary. I had done most of the field stripping. I was going to salvage and sell off the tank steel, the alloy that makes up the ablative plating around the thing. It's phenomenal alloy of material. Armor made from this would sell for triple or quadruple the price of the armored components. We were going to get enough money, and I was going to. When she takes a look at you, you're kind of brainy. Ever heard of something called a diesel engine?
I actually have the Class 3 spell matrix for it.
Nyota, you are carrying the wounded around?
If Quickstitch says that they can be moved, he will assist in moving them. If Quickstitch says that they cannot be moved, he will return to Sunrise.
They are all at this point in time stable enough that they could be pony hooked.
Though the drugged ones will get grabby.
Especially the one that was grabby for Nyota.
Yeah, no, the one who is all tied up, I am pretty sure it was this one.
Both of the ones that were getting grabby have been tied up.
Right. The one that was specifically getting grabby towards you. I don't care if his legs are bound, if his mouth is gagged, if he's blindfolded, whatever. As you walk by, he's going to get more excited and just try and flop towards you.
Nyota, you take mine, I'll take yours.
Context. Are we swinging now?
I'll take anyone other than the two that have been drugged.
They groan.
Or moan. It's sort of in between.
Yeah, you're
not
not
a type.
You're not really sure. They all just they look to each other. I'm pretty hungry. Are you hungry? I'm pretty hungry. What are you in the mood for? Zebra cakes.
Not interested.
Zebra sausage.
That does not stop the fact that both of them have been injected with a rarefied love poison. Their off switches have been temporarily disabled.
So what you're saying is they were flipped on and then somebody put duct tape on the switch.
I'm saying that they cannot turn down for what?
So mechanics-wise, they temporarily have all night long.
I would also like to point out that Al had slapped all 5 of them in the manacles that he has.
That's fine. Like I said, it didn't matter how they were bound up. They were still just going to get excited. almost as if they are able to detect pheromones or something off of you.
Suddenly, I have this image of Alguacil being a mobile propane salesman, and and when they explain that his propane is BDSM gear, everyone stares in awe.
Can we please not have Alguacil fan art and BDSM gear?
I make no promises.
God damn it, you Slaneshi fuck!
Guilty as charged.
God, all of you were terrible. You know what? Rar beer.
I didn't realize that we had 100, by the way, guys. That's why I put up the art piece.
Anyway, Mina, what are you doing?
Because of all the shit having to get the stream working.
I suppose I will help take bodies down if I'm sorry, wounded down if need be.
It's okay. You can call them dead weight.
Harsh, yet fair. All right, so you ferry all of the injured down. Chifundo, you're assisting.
Yes, I am.
All right, I am going to move all of you downstairs. Then,
including the tank parts cart.
Well, Sunrise is going to take Soda over to the tank parts cart and let her make sure everything's there, and then ask her, what she wants to do about, trading for the tank back.
She's unresponsive for a solid minute as she contemplates what's on that sled.
Even a firing pin.
I'm going to read this off to the stream. There is a 75mm firing pin with the parts to repair the firing chamber, 75mm AP and HE rounds, anti-tank missiles, HE missiles, 308 ammo, 50 caliber ammo, tank tracks, a spell matrix class 3 military grade, and dozens of chunks of tank-plated armor ready to be welded into place.
Most of which is sparkly crystal. This is a bling tank now, or it will be.
Well, the tank tracks and the firing pin and parts of the spell matrix are blingy crystal.
You have shiny rainbow magic tank tread. It's the best thing.
Do they have spinners?
Fuck, they don't have spinners. I was a fool.
Oh, and road wheels. There are road wheels.
Kind of. There are kind of road wheels. You will understand their awesomeness once you get the chance to use them.
Sunrise looks at her and goes, "Are you okay?"
I have never seen such beauty.
Oh.
There's just so many parts. So many beautiful parts.
There's a lot of blushing.
Nyota, I think you may have competition.
There is this little filly is just fawning over it. Looks over to you. Are you the artisan whose hooves made all of these pieces?
I had some help from Quick Stitch, but I'm used to making all this stuff. This is what my dad did before the war ended. We repaired I don't know, a dozen of those sand scorchers?
I see.
Oh, this one time one of them came in without a turret, and we had to build the turret.
Right. Well, we had basically just slapped we were in the process of putting a heavy caliber machine gun in place of the second armament. Just like a slightly automatic rifle or something.
She winces and holds up the firing pin. Which, a 75mm firing pin is like the size of a coffee cup.
No, she means the secondary gun.
Oh,
So you replaced the 30s with a 50?
No, I've got parts and ammunition for those too.
Parts and ammunition for what?
She moves the tank tracks and the blanket where she can see the parts for the 2 machine guns that are on the tank.
So she blushes sheepishly as she looks at those. Oh, you mean the gun that I sold for seed money.
You
Oops.
sold the 30 or the 50?
Roll luck.
I think I know where it's at.
She
I mean,
puts,
there are a finite number.
She puts a hoof to the ground and kind of spins it and just mutters the word 50.
Philly Scouts. Sunrise closes her eyes. Philly Scouts.
I don't know. There was just this shady-looking blue mare. The shady-looking blue unicorn mare. She had a lot of bottle caps and was not about to ask questions. So, I mean, what's a girl to do?
Coffee stain.
I don't know. She didn't give me her name.
What color was her mane?
That's fine. The bow gun's still there though, right? The 30, so that the co-driver doesn't just have like a hole.
She goes, her mane was this brownish mud-looking color.
God, coffee stain.
At least we know where it is.
She bought my own gun to put on Silverfang's defenses. Oh.
You did ask that we look into finding some firearms for the town.
This seems like absolutely normal Philly Scout operations.
I did, and then I spent 2 days hand machining 50 cal bullets.
She looks to you, shrugs, goes, tell it to a horse that cares.
Well, I guess we know a settlement that can use them.
Alright, well, there's no commander machine gun then. I guess
you could just strap me to the top.
I will allow this.
Wait, so they're going to build a box on top of the turret to stick Mina in it? So
Moon, is this us officially implementing Onward Steed?
This is us officially implementing the alt rule Onward Steed. The tank is more than one size category larger than you, ergo you can ride on its back.
Why do I suddenly hear in the back of my head Nyota screaming out, "Get me closer, I want to punch them"?
Because that's where this is headed, Fee. You hear that in the back of your head because you're from the future and you didn't even know it.
See, that's not what I hear. I hear Mina going, "Drive me closer, it's rave time."
Follow. Are we going to build a platform on the front armor of the tank for Nyota to stand on and punch things as we drive past?
No.
You're going to build a Nyota catapult.
God damn it, I hate all of you. She looks at okay, well... Alright, well, let's get this stuff downstairs and then figure out how to fix...
Make the best.
...the horribleness that has transpired today. Because I came here to trade to get my tank back, not have a firefight over it.
Alright, so I will move the lot of you down. Al, what do? Did you head downstairs? Al?
And that is a Wolverine.
Hello?
Over here.
Yes, you're still here, Moon.
Okay.
Glossel is the one being non-responsive.
Yeah.
He also has family responsibilities.
No, I know. He just didn't say anything. Oh, shit. He just didn't say anything before he noped. Anyway, so he continues to... so is everyone going downstairs?
as I understand it.
Yeah.
All right. Just wanted to make sure.
So, are we building a steam cannon on the back of the tank to fire an iota at things?
All right. So as the lift draws its way downward, you are greeted by a small little chop shop type area, hoisted on a sort of boom lift, and several winches wrapped around. There is a tank with all of the treads and skirting removed off of both of the wheels, and a good bit of the armor removed off the top turret. The gun barrel was disbolted, and as soot comes downstairs, it is placed back in its rightful place on the wall. Nearby, framed, are a couple of the other angel marks, all with another little thing next to them. But she, Juna goes, "Yep, and this is this, and this is this, and be careful of all the scrap on the floor."
Did we change map?
Yes, I need to.
Sort of.
Hold on.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
There we go.
Ah.
And yes, after all the blood and all the sweat and all the tears, there it is sitting before you. The slightly gutted, slightly disassembled Sand Scorcher Mark II. There are a couple of mechanics who have stayed by the tank, each of them with a wrench in mouth, looking at you, ready to defend the ultimate haul.
Find somewhere to deposit the pony I was carrying, and walks up to the tank to take a look at it. I don't know what I'm looking at, but this is pretty cool.
There you go, I'll just put them there. Okay.
That's the makeshift infirmary, is it?
Sure. It's the tank in and of itself is lifted about 7 feet off the floor. There's a central. It's hooked on by a couple of point winch, but it's just sitting there, suspended from some kind of cable. She goes over and sets the thing back. We'll say it's over here. Orders the two to stand down. All right. So who's doing what down here? I'm gonna go back to the top of the order since I got kind of chaotic. Mina.
Well, just make sure everything, or the bodies get, or the patients get put away.
Yeah, they get put to some place stable.
And I will just look at this tank because, I have no idea. I've never seen a tank.
There are a couple who are saying. Okay. Sorry, a couple of the tokens that moved around. I have to put them back.
Oh, drinking buddy, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's a tank.
Really?
It's even in its slightly gutted and bled out state, it's still very impressive. The floor is riddled with parts and scrap metal. Some of it from the tank, some of it from just stuff. There's also a pile of scrap wood over in one of the corners.
Basically, it's generic chop shop.
Pretty much.
I'll also point out that Mina's actually standing there right now.
Owl is just typing something out in chat.
Yep.
Mina is standing there right now, even though looks perfectly calm and cool, but you can tell she's bobbing up and down.
Okay.
She's still quite high.
Woo, woo, woo. All right, Al, what are you? The zebra goes and they move down here, but what are you doing?
Al would be keeping watch like he normally does and staring every single person down.
I know, but where are you keeping watch? Did you go with the group, or?
Well, yeah, someone's got to make sure they don't get shot in the back.
That's a very regulated way to look at things.
That's okay. He has stated his main reasons for being with this group. They still haven't changed.
What?
One
No.
is that
I was saying that's a very regulated way to look at things. +1 karma.
Oh my god! But like, these are some of the most dangerous individuals he's encountered, but they aren't raiders, and they aren't, trying to enslave people.
Yeah, no, I feel you.
Oh my god, I am Bash the Stampede.
So he's keeping an eye on them, but also doesn't want foul play because he hates someone that would cheat at cards. So yeah.
Can I just say the Twilight Mammoth tank is awesome?
All right. She sits by with everyone else. Sunrise.
Sunrise walks up to Soot, looks at the tank, looks at her. So what do you want for the tank, and what do you want for us to have permission to fix it here?
She looks at you and laughs. Oh, you have to fix it here. There's no way you're getting this thing out of here in its current condition. We kind of made sure of that. She points at the hastily taken off pile of tread plate.
Yeah, I know. So, since we're talking and being friendly, what do you want us to trade for it? I mean, I could do the whole it was technically mine and you stole it, but at this point, there's been too much bloodshed as is over this piece of machinery.
To be fair, even with the mark on there, I've seen that mark on so many places, on so many erroneous things that I had no way of knowing if that was the real deal. She motions to the wall behind her, unlike all of these, which my family has accrued for generations.
Well, every time I have some sort of significant event, something in the back of my mind says to mark the place it happened at.
Oh, we know, or I've been doing this weave for so long, trying to get the whole, future goals stuff done. But no, I know. My family's found this mark over supply caches or, weapon stocks in cities or even just food and water. And, well, we had assumed that this mark had always led us to greatness, had always led us to finds throughout the ages. But no, that tank is worth more to me than any cat value you could set down, because that tank is the only way I am going to be able to take what is mine, what is my birthright.
Looks confused. Why would you have to take it?
Because no one would believe that a disgraced mud pony is the great granddaughter of the Grand Magus Supercritical Manifold.
Who?
She blinks. The the mayor, she using her magic, she created fusion inside, self-contained within a shield. She created a star.
Okay. So.
Who is Rainbow Rise? Should I know about him? Should I care? No. These are people who are important to us, to our independent goals and extremes. But they won't allow me to see through what is mine, and the only way I'm going to get these snobby unicorns to understand me is if I come riding up to them in a tank.
I've got all the parts to fix it. Do you really want to ride up to them in a tank?
She blinks and looks at you. You're kidding. You think after all of this No, you've set me back. You've set me back an entire tank.
No. I've got all the parts to fix it right there. This thing
Yes.
will be up and running tomorrow.
Yes. No. There's way more than a day's worth of repair on this thing. But no, you're going to fix your tank, and then you're going to leave in your tank, and then I'm going to have to find another tank.
No. I'm gonna leave in my tank with you.
She looks to the zebra, looks to the unicorn, looks to the others who are around her. And what? You want me to just leave all of this?
No. If you really truly want their respect... I mean, I gotta give you credit here. You managed to disassemble the non-essential parts and the immediate repair pieces already without so much as, like, damaging anything.
Well, yeah, I'm really good at what I do.
Usually only a trained technician can pull that off, and you even took the gun off in a way that looks like it can just go right back into that slot.
She looks at you and blinks. I have a doctorate in mechanical engineering.
Okay, so we fix the tank, and you go claim your birthright, and then we take our tank and leave.
How many map tiles is that?
The tank?
No, to South Shore. It's in fucking Portland.
Let me look real quick.
Get here from there.
She was a slave on a caravan.
Yeah, she was a slave. Alright, let's see. So where the fuck are all of you?
I mean, if you're going to make an epic journey, doing it in a tank is probably one of the better ways to do it.
There's that. There was all that.
Also, the crystal treads will basically ignore damage that you could otherwise take to them for particularly stubborn trees or even large gravel.
She's in where?
Basically, it's Portland.
Where is that on the map?
Way off the northwest edge.
Hold on. I am
Zebra territory.
I am checking to see how far away this would be. Please, just give me a moment.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the part where the players were going. They're on track. They're on track. They're on track.
Yes.
You just broke Moon again.
Moon,
no.
Moon, this is your weekly derailment.
No, hold on. I still need to properly label this one.
There were things Moon was not ready for.
Also, speaking of things Moon wasn't ready for, check out General Chat, where Quickstitch has brought up the exact thing that you said I couldn't talk about until a player brought it up.
Wait, what? You want to turn it into a hover tank? Yes.
I told you a player would bring it up basically immediately.
I know they would, and I told you that you specifically had to wait until someone had brought it up.
No.
Yeah. And he did.
All
Can
right.
you tell the audience what's been brought up, Moon?
So now the party is going to make strides towards building a hover tank. I kindly invite all of you to sit and spin.
Joke's on you, Moon. I'm in an office chair.
Same here.
Holy shit.
Well played. Well played.
Oh, fuck all of you. Alright, so we'll go to here. Alright. So, if you take this in a straight line, which, spoilers, you can. Well, mostly. It's a little over, well, with some zigzags in there, it's about 1,100 miles to get back to roughly where she needs to go.
Hold on. .9 days and 8 hours a day driving a tank.
I was going to say 3 days, so yeah, that's about right.
I believe it. But in the meantime, Sunrise looks over at Nyota. Did you check and see if anyone ate meat besides Alguacil?
There are 2 griffins there who, you know, just holler out, "We eat zebra meat!"
They're skipping dinner.
-1, no, I'm just kidding.
Did they get to move straight on to dessert then?
They're skipping all meals and going straight to bed without any assistance.
Oh, but Daddy.
The ones that are still drugged up ain't getting the manacles taken off until they're off that high.
At the moment, I really wish Chifundo wasn't in mourning for Pickline. There are so many things I want to say right now.
Yeah, it sure is a pity that character's super dead.
Mina's just sitting over there trying
That
to
was the last time I felt happiness. Anyways.
Mina's just over there trying to hold in the snickers and laughter over the drugged up ponies.
So, Sut?
Yeah?
I mean, if memory serves right, South Shore is 3 days from here by tank at 70.
She snickers at that distance travel.
You don't know how fast this thing will go, do you?
I assumed maybe 20, 25 miles per hour tops over the shoddy terrain.
Hardened Sand Scorcher reconnaissance tank. It'll do 71. 90 if we get it on the road.
She just looks at you and smiles. Yeah, but the only problem is that was with its old tank treads, and with the catcher installed, with that all being stripped off, it's going to have to be completely rebuilt and compensated for.
She points at tank treads. She points at spell matrix. Done.
Right, yeah, but it still needs a front catch.
So, where's the catch?
She points to the pile. Most of it's right there.
So, we put one together. I mean, Quick Stitch, do you have a better idea?
What if it was a flying tank?
Alright, suggestions from ponies who are sane.
Wait, no. Quick Stitch, explain.
He takes a minute and pulls out the documentation and shows it to Soot.
What documentation?
I have the full research documentation for the flight gems.
What?
Yeah, the flight gems for basically the sky, or not the Skyrim, the Morrowind Icarian flight.
Oh God!
Yeah, we still
Oh God!
have all the documents for it.
Oh God! You have the journal!
I do.
Yeah.
Oh! Oh God!
Oh shit! They've also got the chem journal.
Oh!
There are things we should have never been given.
Oh boy, this is fate coming back to bite me for Operation Warblade Catapult. Hold on, I have to chug this wild turkey.
This is also fate coming back to bite you for the talismans that you so helpfully offered to us after the combat at the roof.
Yeah, because is there any reason why you shouldn't put a shield talisman on your tank?
Actually, that's exactly what Nyota was going to do.
We have the extra set of spark batteries. We could rig an entire spark battery for an industrial grade vehicle to power a shield. It would literally be like Star Trek level fuck-offery.
All right, that's
Hey, we
it.
need to go find
We're
Barry
turning
White.
around. No one's going to get ice cream. All of you are going home.
We just gotta go visit. Just for that, Moon. Just for that.
What?
Cue army of goddess Alicorns just to say, nope, this tank is dying.
Oh, army of goddess alicorns! You think so small? Oh no! Oh no!
Either that, or he just drops us.
I'm going to make Michael Bay uncontrollably jizz everywhere.
I got ice cream.
And actually, we only need to make one stop. We need to go talk to Barry Blend.
Sorry, I missed that one.
Oh yeah.
We
No,
need to
Barry,
go
no,
talk
Barry
to
Blitz. Or yeah, Barry Blend.
Just for that.
No, breakfast blend. Not berry.
No.
Blend. Larry Bits
We
is
need to
from.
go talk- We need to go talk to Barry Blend.
You need to go back to the
one
roof?
The one who fixed the water talismans.
Oh,
and is
right, yeah.
currently
the one
Yes,
who
you have to go back to the
I am
roof.
so sorry. I totally forgot about her because she was ultra forgettable.
Yeah, no, you have to go back to the roof. That's fine. I've been hoping I'd get a chance to reuse that map.
Actually, Nyota told her the story of the mare out, the zebra mare out east that could make the potions that she's looking for.
Yes, but she hasn't. She would not have been able to leave immediately. There were too many things that had to be taken care of first.
Well, we just spent 3 days in a
She was
stable plus travel times.
She was a very bureaucratical mare. Paperwork was not done in a day.
Only one problem with that statement, Moon.
What?
She's also extremely thirsty and was given a lead on how to get what she wants.
I remember.
Oh my god, our Wild Wasteland bullshit has actually come back to make sense now and be usable in the plot. Moon has a panic attack.
Nope, Nyota, I'm well aware of that. I'm putting my hand to my head in a sort of half moose antler type thing, and amongst the circles I'm with, this means I am talking out of character. No, she hasn't left yet. She's still at the roof.
So,
Despite the fact that it's nearly a week later.
things the party probably shouldn't have gotten their hands on.
Word of
goes
God
back
from
to,
the GM, she's still at the roof.
There's like a bunch of people who are dead. They have to take care of stuff.
Okay, fine.
She'll be there for
Also-
a while.
Their medic is dead. Their primary medic is dead. They still have to take care of that.
In the meantime,
Oh yeah.
back into character, Sunrise looks at Quickstitch and goes, I don't know if you're absolutely insane or a literal clinical genius right now, but this could work.
I mean, unfortunately, given recent events, I guess you could argue both sides.
No, we could use the shielding from the fighting with the roof and use the fly gems, assuming they could be repaired or duplicated, and we could have a flying shielded tank.
The only problem with that is the Enclave don't take too kindly to people getting up in the skies.
We don't need to get up in the skies, and I know just the mare that can replace the talismans. Nyota steps out of the kitchen with food for everyone.
Also, why does it matter what those unicorns think of you? You're here now, not over there. So why not forget about them and move on?
She looks over to you. I'm sorry?
Why don't you just move on, forget about them, and instead of, doing what a lot of folks do and just constantly staring at the past, stare towards the future some?
What? Oh, no, each of them can go gag themselves on my samaflange. I need the bottle that they have there. Right, so, I'm kind of being vague on purpose because you just killed half of my, hired guns. But, I suppose you're basically just going to shoot me anyway when this is all said and done. And she looks to Sunrise. Yes, I know that you've told me you're not going to, but forgive me for being a jaded young mare. And,
Sunrise holds up a hoof, looks at her. I have never shot any pony that did not try to kill me first. Have you tried to kill me?
No, but I'm waiting for you to find an excuse.
No.
I'm still not convinced you are who you say you are, but...
Chifundo will hold up a hoof. How about we just agree to let time tell on this one and continue the conversation forwards?
She nods. That's kind of what I'm waiting for.
You're literally the first pony I've ever met to not believe me when I say who I say I am. What would convince you?
Well, She looks to you and says, I'm pretty sure a vigorous bath isn't going to make your fur suddenly white.
Nyota will look at Sunrise, will look at the mare that's talking, and pull Sunrise into a kiss.
This just tells me that you're... This just tells me that you're thirsty.
Sunrise turns pearl white in a blush.
That's what he was going for.
No, you fucking roll luck. That's horseshit.
No. We've been going over this. She blushes white.
No, I mean for immediate timed onset of...
Confused, unwilling horse noises.
So as you are pinned to the ground by a Nyota who seems driven and possessed of a singular goal, your flailing legs and hooves which slowly give way to sounds of contentment, and your paling somehow blushing all the way down to the tips of your hooves, you slowly begin to turn this alabaster white, and she just looks on and just face bright red through the years of dirt and grime, just kind of nods. I probably could have gone the rest of my life without watching this, but okay.
Look,
God damn it, there's a time and a place.
Looks at Quick Stitch just to make sure that the
Wait,
needle
no,
gets put away.
I'm sorry. I spoke a little too quickly. So while this is going on, the unicorn and the zebra on either side of her put a hoof up and cover her eyes. You hear the zebra speak once, and I cannot possibly get her accent down, but basically think Sheva. She just, oh my.
So when Nyota stops kissing her, she's still blushing and goes, "What did you do that for?"
Do you two need to be alone?
From the side of the room, the tied up pony. Why can't it be me?
Yeah, no, he's basically over there going, our turn next! Our turn next!
What in the hell?
Chifundo looks at Quick Stitch accusingly.
No, Sunrise.
Trudy needs an adult.
Guys, Sunrise is interrogating Nyota. She's blushing furiously and going, "What the hell?"
She needed proof. And you're cute when you blush.
Oh. Beady stare of, I hate it when you're right.
Slight beady stare of confusion. Okay.
Also, her hooves are still her original color.
Yeah, the color's slowly going back, but you're just like, all right, huh. I guess apparently, you know what? Fuck it. She reaches into a small little pouch, pulls out a tiny glass bottle, pops the cork, throws the cork, chugs the bottle, throws the bottle into a pile. All right, screw it. Apparently, you are that same mare, and you're just green now.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm green. I went to sleep white, and then Stable Tech did stuff, and I woke up green.
She just kind of shrugs and goes, to be perfectly honest, envy isn't a good color for you.
What?
Green with envy.
You know, because you're green.
That pun could have...
The zebra is snickering, or the unicorn is snickering and pats her on the shoulder.
Alright, you know... I swear to you I'm exactly who I say I am. And we did not intend to cause any violence. And I apologize, and you have to understand, I did everything in my power to not actually kill any of them. You can ask the horny griffin over there. I shot him with a beanbag.
He just lets out a sort of and yells out harder, more. Nyhoda. But she nods. Yeah, no, there are a lot who've used that mark on Arrhenius things, who've put it on traps, who've used it to dupe those who would listen to legends and hope and believe and set their own gullibility against them. Still, I guess my garage is your garage. There's choicey bits of scrap around here. I guess we're gonna get packed while you make yourselves in our home.
No.
Out of character, I'm kind of half surprised that nobody made a reference to Sunrise not marking Chifundo.
That's later in the harem.
I didn't come here to kick you out. That's the last thing I want to do.
You came here to get your tank back. You have your tank back.
Ladies, we're talking in circles. Sunrise fully intends to allow you to make use of the tank so that you can go back home, get what you need to get, and then once that's said and done, we come back here, drop you off, you start your salvaging operation again, and we take our tank further on to whatever adventures we're going on.
She shrugs, I guess, if you are willing to take a little contingent and a little side trip out of the way.
I'm willing to do whatever is necessary to fix the harm we've done and make you better off because of it.
Then yes, you may repay me by giving me a lift. Well, by giving me a lift out west.
So yes, we will apparently go on. I hate to say this, but I think this is like the 10th time we've done this.
She blinks. Excuse me?
Well, we helped a ghoul named Waffles, who apparently makes really drugged out cookies.
Oh, Waffles. Yeah, no, she's great. I got some of my better electronic tools from her.
We
Re-
we rescued a bunch of ponies at a farmstead and decided to go back instead of pushing on and make sure that they got new homes, and then we helped the roof 3 separate times. Wow.
We also
not to mention Los Pegasus.
Las Pegasus. We also sold the Earth Mover to the Collector. We helped get
Hold on.
Silver Fang back on its feet.
Nyota, please roll me perception at a -2.
It's the curator, isn't it?
Okay, keep going.
That would have been a pass if it weren't for the negative.
Yep, I know. It's fine. Just keep talking.
We helped Silver Fang recover and become a functional settlement yet again.
They are nodding as you speak, by the way.
We helped them acquire air defense.
Yeah, getting sidetracked's kind of our thing. Don't worry about it.
So yes, we'll... First off, we have apparently done legitimate harm and it shouldn't have been done in the first place. And second, now we fix it. And we make sure you're better off when we leave than when we got here. So I suppose we'll need to find new guards, and...
She shrugs and shakes her head. If everything goes out west, if everything goes as I plan, and I hope it will, she smiles, it's not going to matter where you drop me off. And in that look, Sunrise, you see not a filly, but a mare filled with ambition and determination.
What is it you're going to go get?
I'm going to go and get some real magic.
Looks at Quick Stitch. Looks at Scapola. Looks at Nyota. Huh?
Question. Is it malicious ambition or just general ambition?
General, but she was a slave for 4 years, so there's a little bit of malice.
Yeah, it is impossible to separate the malice from the general, but there is some true zeal in that face. There's hate in the eyes, but that's conditioned.
No, I mean, is there any indication that her ambition is malicious towards anyone?
No. Well, maybe the town, but no, it doesn't seem malicious or harmful. It just sounds like someone who is trying to claim what's rightfully theirs.
The rest of her answer will probably clear most of this.
Okay.
No, I kind of want to know what it is and what you're going to do with it, because the last thing I want to do is give someone the power of, oh, I don't know, a mega spell, and then have them set it off in the middle of downtown Manhattan.
Why would I bother with... No, I couldn't care less about the ponies in Manhattan. I want to never have to worry about power again. It's...
You want to continue your ancestors' research?
Yeah, basically. There is still so much that I can do, and I still have a whole life ahead of me. And if I have this, she fumbles for a word for a minute. If I have this bottle, I can achieve this goal without any real issue or anything.
Well, I think we know some creatures that could help you out with the scientific side of this.
What is in the bottle?
Out of character, I think it might be a containment bottle, but hey ho.
What creatures?
The stable. The aliens.
Out of character, the Tadoshians.
Ah.
In character, Nyota is going to be intentionally vague because literal aliens.
Yeah, and literal aliens are still heebie-jeebie juice to Zebra, even if they do seem to be nice aliens.
And honestly, I'm shocked that neither of the zebras have tried to kill Nyota.
I mean, that would be dependent on if they're aware of the law surrounding the
All
Skitarii.
zebras are aware of that one.
Well, so here's something that you're forgetting. Nyota, you're wearing armor, right?
Yes, but it doesn't cover him completely.
His face would still show the swirled stripes.
And you are standing basically in front of the zebra. She's looked at you a couple of times. She hasn't said or made any actions that you can ascertain.
He's also waiting to serve people fresh food.
Everyone's kind of waiting for a lull in the action. And she looks over to the griffin. If you really want to know, it's basically a generator. It allows me to never have to worry about power again.
Then...
My only end goal is getting one of the 3 devices that my great grandmother made that should be mine as my right as a direct heir of hers.
Then, so long as we agree that we do it through non-violence. I get we're driving a tank there, but you know.
My whole intention was non-violence. I just wanted to threaten them with the fact that I will shell their city until there's nothing left if they don't give this to me. Both of us realize that this isn't going to get us anywhere, and so it's a bit of a power play. It's more just based on how they react to it.
I want to emphasize that I'm not going to roll up in a tank and actually threaten them, just as a note.
That's fine. She will.
I mean, the fact that you're rolling up in a working tank is both impressive and intimidating in itself.
Much like the chainsaw, a tank cannot be equipped with a spirit of friendship. There is no non-violently rolling up in a tank.
That's fair.
There is, but you're more playing towards the intimidation factor.
There is no non-threatening way to roll up.
Wrong
that
word.
Works.
Even if it is a tank that is on your team, it is still kind of threatening by sheer virtue of it being a fucking tank.
Yeah.
We could always put a smiley face on it.
That makes it creepier.
Right.
Well, we can always put a smiley face on it and parade streamers and have it in parade position.
No.
So
you want to
we're
know?
going
No.
to turn it into a MOM tank.
No, make an interface so that Boba Pett can pilot it.
No, you put googly eyes on it. How you make it genuinely terrifying is if you cover every square inch of the tank in googly eyes.
And then we could replace it with a Mew turret so it can have a red nose too.
So, again, what's in the bottle?
Energy. Fusion.
I'm going to assume it's a fusion core.
She looks to you and with the sweetest words that she can muster, Science that would make your tiny little bird brain explode. She turns back to Sunrise. Yes, it is effectively a type of fusion core. It's a stable fusion reactor, unlike the one that my grandmother tried to...
Think Necron fusion bottle.
So basically, like a confined version of, say, a balefire egg, just in a smaller, more dangerous package.
It's a tiny little bubble full of an actual, honest to fucking god star.
No, it's not a balefire egg. We don't use any of that mystic zebra nonsense. This is all science. This is just hydrogen condensed. My great-grandmother was a pariah in the Arcana Tech community at the time for trying to do science without magic.
And that's all fine and dandy, but what happens on a world if a star contained in a bottle has that bottle crack or break?
You get another lake.
I get another lake where my house was.
Or you just turn the bottle into a soul jar and make it indestructible.
Well, sure, that's always an option, but then, again, she looks up at the zebra in front of her. Icky zebra magic.
Safety or icky zebra magic? I'll take safety.
Chifundo will look at you very darkly for suggesting the use of a soul jar.
She just kind of, like, shrugs. Honestly, as long as the magnetic containment field doesn't get disrupted, the thing's safer than a comb.
And a lot of things can disrupt magnetic fields.
Alright, listen, Hatebird, you've shot at least 4 of my soldiers. I don't want to hear another word out of you.
They shot first, firing at a clear, honest-to-God regulator who even declared they were a regulator.
She puts a hoof into the air. She nods. She waits for you to finish. She puts a hoof into the air. Like a student waiting to be called on.
Yes, Soot?
What's a regulator? He keeps going on about this secret organization that he's apparently part of, and honestly, for all I know, he might as well just be... he might as well just be speaking drunk at me.
Are you fucking retarded?
No! I'm 13, and I was a slave for 5 of those years.
Chifundo holds up a hoof for everybody to stop. A regulator is a kind of sanctioned bounty hunter. They
Law
work
enforcement.
to try and enforce the law, especially against people like raiders.
Oh, so they're the, I guess the slightly grittier version of Old World Police.
Chifundo will nod at that explanation.
Ah.
They have offices in a lot of settlements where they sort of post information about what's going on and where people can request their help.
Nyota's gonna kill me if I don't eat right now, so would you like to go sit down and enjoy food?
Yeah, that's fine, as long as the pig isn't gonna hassle us anymore.
Does Alguassel have to roll a law check to understand that reference?
I think he's old enough and well-read enough to understand the reference.
Yeah.
Look, you see, if it weren't for regulators, there would be a hell of a lot more slaving going on in this part of the woods.
She just kind of shrugs. I bought my way to freedom.
Al?
And yes, some of the people that you shot down were former raiders, but they were former raiders. They had attempted to turn their lives around, and, well, after you came by the first time and bought everything, and we all survived an encounter with the Green Terror, No, myself and several of the others, or a good chunk of the faction, actually left and started up something new. And, well, yeah, you did in fact shoot down a bunch of raiders, but they were former raiders. They were trying to reform themselves and do better. But when all they know through most of their life is either drug manufacturing or shaking other ponies down, a guard is about the only job I can have them do. They're too dumb to do anything else.
Then why would you tell them to shoot on sight, essentially, if anyone mentions certain things, instead of getting someone with some brains in their head to talk it out?
Because they're Class D personnel and they respond really well to simple command instructions.
Everyone.
Okay, recriminations, not getting anybody
Eddie.
anywhere.
Eddie.
Let's sit and eat.
Eddie. Everyone, let's put this one to rest. Al, you're a good person for doing what you do. What happened was regrettable. Let's move on. Miss Soot, please refrain from insulting the person with a literal laser cannon of a revolver. Please.
I'm still genuinely not sure how he did that.
Freaky zebra magic. Beyond that, I've made food. Can we talk about the details over dinner? Because Sunrise is eating for 3.
She stops. You can actually see the mathematical notations and formula fly around her head.
If this turns into another fucking diplomacy via hugs, I fucking...
No, she just sits there, the numbers swirl around her head. She looks to you and goes, "Oh my stars, I didn't realize you're pregnant. I don't know if I feel bad or if I should just go and shoot the one right here, if I should just go and shoot the one Talon. I guess it depends on how good that stew is."
No. Most everyone is still alive. It's fine. Let's eat, and Alguassel should go tell Stormy to bring some regulators here and set up an office.
I was going to head out to Silverfang and see if they would send some of their more trustworthy individuals this way.
Oh, you're headed to... Hold on. You're headed to Silverfang?
I had planned on it. I need to check in with the courier's office and make sure that nothing needs to be moved.
I was going to say, before you go, I had been meaning to send one of my runners down that way when we did a resupply run. There are several packages. I can find them. They're all in a crate. I hope it didn't get blown up. There are several packages that need to get delivered to Silverfang. I was wondering if you could take them with you. They were just here on a hub stop. So.
Sunrise sits down and eats or starts sipping stew.
And you might wanna take this
Obnoxiously
with you.
slurping with no manners whatsoever about it.
Ew, she glares at you.
And Nyota, you might want to take this with you. It might just speed up getting into town. Ala's going to pull out the key to Silverfang.
Al, remember, I was there.
I know, but they actually have competent guards now, so they might be paying more attention.
If they've got competent guards, they'll recognize me.
I said competent, not smart.
Fair point.
I mean, we have made a bit of a name of ourselves to the entire town.
Oh yeah, no, you're straight fucking idolized in Silverfang.
Yeah, but Sparrow still has the guards hassle that recognize you coming in.
They kind of...
And pulling out... Nothing tells the guards to, like, shut up and let me through, like pulling out the key to the fucking city.
Yeah, the key will do, but anyone without the key needs to deal with some hassling from the guards because Sparrow is a salty bitch.
Sparrow can be a salty bitch. All Nyota has to do when he gets to the gate is yell nugget.
And then Nugget will be super disappointed if Sunrise isn't there.
Where's the fun one? She's not here yet. Where's the fun one? Children are allowed.
Well, Nyota did sing songs with her.
What the fuck are you doing, Ron?
No, that's me. Mina is on all of the drugs. Also, I want to see how long this goes. Like, full stop.
Well, you've gone off the screen what we can see.
Nope, I'm still going. Anyways, ignore me. But yeah, she asked if you'll courier a couple of packages for her.
I would be happy to. Also, do you happen to have anybody that could send a letter to the roof?
Yeah, we can have that ferried. No problem at all.
Haven't we basically got to go past the roof to get to Silverfang from here?
Yes. Actually, let me show everyone because I had updated it on the map. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do.
I can make a quick run to the roof.
There you go. Yeah, there is a certain Griffin who would love if you made a run to the roof.
That's why Al is saying that, because he was taking that as a hint. When someone specified that he should
followed by a marathon.
Go to the roof.
Good job, Al. I am impressed at your social acumen.
Nyota would think for a moment. Fair point. Well, I mean, as long as you're volunteering.
But volunteering, and I get the hint.
But I also do need to go to Silverfang if there's any packages being couriered. No offense, regulators don't have that.
Oh, I wasn't going to be carrying any packages. I ain't a courier.
Well, I mean, if you're stopping at the roof, he just lets that hang in the air.
She looks up, looks to Nyota, and goes, "No, last I remember, it was a crime against equestrian penal law for non-couriers or descendants of the Equestrian Postal Service to deliver and handle mail that isn't theirs." She smiles and beams at you with the precociousness of a 4-year-old who learned what the word fuck.
And that is actually... It puts a smile on his face.
Sunrise will reach over the table and pat her on the head.
I did a good. I am precocious.
Okay.
I need to roll this. I need to roll willpower if Al is going to rain on her parade for the shit she pulled earlier.
Do it!
Al is a bastard.
So, we just...
Yes!
He bites his tongue.
So, Alguaso goes and gets the regulators to see about getting an office here for you.
Hold on. Al, for karma, you did not scream at a child.
And, Nyota, you're sure you want to go back to Silverfang and do that?
Love, it's my job.
Yeah, but... I
could also possibly find us the other gun.
Together?
Somebody has to be here to help lead the repairs who actually knows this machine inside and out. That sure as hell ain't me.
Right, so... Alguaso has to go to the roof. Quick Stitch has to go to the roof if he wants to do that flying tank idea. You're gonna leave me here with Chifundo?
As if being alone with Chifundo is ever unpleasant.
I am gonna be speaking in rhymes by the time you get back.
Mopey rhymes while...
I feel like I missed something important. Why are we splitting up?
Well, You and Aguasal need to go to the roof to get the person to make those gemstones, and also, if Sunrise wants Aguasal to put his money where his mouth is and get a regulator office set up here. And Nyota needs to go to Silverfang to bring in actual guards.
That was a character
Normal
question.
causal disasters.
Considering this is the first I've heard of this being established as a, settlement, it would probably be best to get regulators out here sooner rather than later, just to, help keep things like law and order going.
Aguasal, it's literally your job.
They did have a logbook. This is the first you've heard of them being a settlement because they're that new of a...
Aguasal, it's literally your job, as you've described it hundreds of times to us in painstaking detail, and therefore it is your responsibility. I'm holding you to that.
I never said that I wasn't gonna do it, and it's only been 37 times.
You...
Carl, that kills people!
Only 37 times.
Whoa, that is totally my bad.
God damn it, I'm sorry, I couldn't help myself.
Weren't we just watching Clerks the other day and it was 37 blowjobs?
What, in a row?
I can't believe you kept count.
Nope. More beer.
Sorry, I need to go for a bio after that one.
Alright, well...
Busted by the Justice Burb.
Nyota, you...
It will.
She's looking at Nyota very, very, very worriedly. Are you sure? You'll be okay?
I have the armor you made for me. I have the shield talisman. And I'm the only one that can carry the mail. I'll run. I don't need to fight.
Plus, I ain't ever heard of anyone ambushing a courier or something like that, so he should be fine.
You better come back, or I'll make you come back and kill you myself.
You still have the memory orbs. You have the recollector. If I don't come back, you can find the person that comes out of it, kill them until I come back.
But that...
One karma to Nyota for realizing place in the wasteland.
But realistically, the only other one that I know of that shares, well, he's not a nice person.
Also, out of character, Quickstitch has the gems as well as the journal.
Yep, but the gems need to be fixed, and that's why we need Berry Blend.
Yup.
I was not aware that they were broken in the first place.
Y'all do realize, since I'm going to be going to get things set up to get regulators out here, I could just bring back people to help out.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, because this is not a one-day job.
I mean, I'm gonna be in here fixing this thing and trying to not jar my teeth.
And unless someone else here is highly skilled in medical services, I think the folks that,
got shot and drugged up need help.
fought the law and the law won, might need that, that
God
help.
damn it.
Miss K, you are on fire tonight.
Oh, that hurt my soul.
Everybody's been
I mean,
there.
Moon, what did you expect? His name literally translates to sheriff.
I was expecting something about not shooting the deputy or something. I don't know.
So, spend the night here, and tomorrow we start work.
Chifundo nods.
Mina, you gonna come down off that tank and eat, or what?
I was waiting for the map to come back. Sorry.
The tank's not what she needs to come down off of.
Yeah, that's true.
That was a not so subtle nod to the fact that she needs to come down, but also that she needs to eat.
And she needs to do less drugs.
No.
That is. Are all those the drug effects she's on right now?
Hey, if she's literally flying from the drugs, those are some good drugs.
8 miles high.
Apparently, she's also radioactive.
Well, the initial
Quick
suggestion. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Quick Stitch doesn't actually need to go to the roof. The reason Alguacil is going to the roof is partly because of his, girlfriend, and partly because he needs to talk to the regulator's office. And lastly, because he's going to be carrying a personal letter to Berry Blend from Nyota.
The funny part is, 2 of those tasks are one and the same.
So? I mean, business before
No, I
pleasure.
admit, that is funny.
Business before pleasure.
Then I would point out it would be smarter for him to Quick Stitch to either go to Silverfang to check on Twitty or to stay and help repair the tank.
Checking on Twitty straight. Roll luck. Roll luck, please. All right. You think it is a good idea to go check on Twitty. That statement is in bold and underlined in your mind.
I'm still waiting for the day that Owl is going to be just walking around, his gun will fire randomly, and that bullet will home in on Twitty for doing something bad.
So, does anyone...
One of those days the bullet's gonna home in and hit you in the ass, right?
But, damn it, Justice Burb, that's racist.
So,
but of course.
Does anyone have anything they want to add in character before we consider that the parties spend the night talking, setting up the wounded, and then resting before everyone has to go do their separate downtime actions?
Chifundo is compelled to give Sut a hug and then sit back next to the party.
A hug. Sunrise is compelled to give her a bath.
You can get it from glossy and full of soot to glossy. It takes scrubbing for like several hours.
Sunrise, roll me a survival check at a plus 20.
I just thought.
No.
I just had a sick thought.
There's no, and then there's hell no.
Alguacil's a lawman, and Twitty's mostly black.
There's no, and then there's 100...
First off, top cack. Second of all, so Sunrise, as you are... Hold on, I've got this. As you're sitting there drawing a bath, and you've basically picked the filly up and put her in, it's like, I don't need... Stop. Why... You know what? Screw you. And she grabs you and tugs you into the bath with her. The rabbit, sensing the sensation of being airborne in the wrong direction, thinks really strongly about being anywhere else but here. And Nyota, there is suddenly a rabbit on your head.
This is while he's
Bye.
traveling.
2 mares in a water fight.
But yes, you are. But yes, you are in the bathtub, and she grins and goes, "Ha! I got you. What are you gonna do now?"
Sunrise takes one hoof, puts it on one side of her, takes another hoof, puts it on the other side of her, and literally makes a hoof wave from both directions and splashes her with it to literally douse her in water as though you've just been dropped in from a cannonball.
You are punching mini tsunamis at her?
If you've ever put your arms out in a T-pose in the water and then made a giant clapping motion at someone and just watched them get submerged, yes.
Oh God! All right. So you aggressively T-pose at the smaller filly.
Wait! I have the perfect meme picture for this.
I love you, man. All right, but you aggressively T-pose at the filly and then clap.
Al, I'm gonna DM you something.
And then she crosses her arms in her soaking wet armored stable suit and go, "What now?"
She spits out a small stream of water, grime slowly turning the water jet black around her. I feel wrong. I can feel the oil sloughing off of my fur. I don't like this.
Time for the lava soap.
Who said that?
That was Twitty, so you can't penalize
No, I'm stealing it! She looks at her, picks up the soap, and goes, "It's time for the lava soap."
All right, okay, you went there. Everyone heard that. She went there.
She looks down. Where did you get that soap?
I brought it with me.
Meep. All right. I want
Sunrise
you...
will scrub her until she's her original color.
You're serious?
Are you sure? Are you positive?
How long does this take?
5 hours later.
Okay, 5. Yeah, 5 is fair.
She puts up a fight.
Oh yeah, 5 hours. 5.5.
5 hours later.
And at 5 hours, all you can hear is boom, chicka, wow, wow.
How'd you aggressively T-pose? All right. So 5 hours later, you have finally finished giving her a bath. You yourself look like you have gone 9 rounds with a Hydra. Your armor is waterlogged. Your suit is absolutely drenched. The twins that you have growing inside of you basically are screaming, "Stop waterboarding us!" The mare is now an alabaster white. She begins to kind of hyperventilate and going, "I am so clean."
So question, man. If babies in a developing baby is basically like, a mech pilot for the parent, does that mean that Sunrise functions like a Jaeger?
Yes!
Sunrise Jaeger back.
But I think we could run with it.
Sunrise the Jaeger mech.
I mean, they're twins, so they should be drift
giant
compatible.
robots.
Oh my god,
big,
no!
Giant robots.
Oh my god, they're twins, so they should be drift compatible?
You're welcome.
And not only that,
fuck you, Quickstitch.
Giant robots.
And not only that, but the same could be said for Quickstitch with the eggs.
Oh, no. Don't you step on that thing with Quickstitch and the eggs. We have so much riding on that. Please attract no attention to it.
Wait, what? I'm so confused.
The eggs are getting Streisand affected. Quick, distract them.
No.
Thank you for bringing more attention to the eggs.
Make a bubble.
So, hi, Space Princess. How are the eggs? I mean,
Yeah,
I mean, if things get rough enough, we always have ingredients for omelets.
Them clocks tears. Them clocks tears.
You shut about the tears.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. There is a certain threshold where it's no longer scrambled eggs and it starts being balut.
Not balut. It's called veal.
I'm gonna have a bag of chips made that literally is called Lay's flavor tears of a clock.
It better be so salty it gives people heart attacks just for looking at it.
Sea salt and vinegar.
The best kind of chips.
And the other flavor chip bag I have to have made is tears of a zebra.
Yep.
So extra salt and chili pepper?
It tastes exactly like how dead pickler.
So, ladies and gentlemen...
Oh, no, you did not go there.
Yes, we did.
Oh, God, so it tastes like spice and regret?
Okay, so I have some announcements and stuff. First off, we have a new emoji for people who are sponsors. I'm not calling them channel members, YouTube. I know that's what you call them, but fuck you, sponsors is a better word. The new emoji is applause. And it's literally Bender holding up the applause sign. Second, I would like to thank Kyle Christensen, Drinking Buddy, Electro Blitz, Emerald, Glenda, Mr. Jaunty, Just Hetty, Michael Holloway Bones, Lantabi, King Bronze, Assignment Spaghetti, James Buckner, Song of the Void, Miss Priss, Skullman, and Heroin Bob for being our sponsors on YouTube. That basically means that Google has to pay me every month. Mighty Overlord Google, shell the fuck out. I would also like to thank for tips today, Jeffrey Perigo, Kyle Christensen, James, Arvana, and Bronze. Thank you guys. Here's your hat, Arvana. You hat-stealing myrtle lolly.
Yeah, it does feel like we're quitting a little early tonight.
We are.
Well, otherwise it means we've got to run downtime stuff on stream, which tends to be rather.
Or I try and condense what's several hours to a couple of days worth of games into an hour and 15 minutes.
I mean, it can be done.
We're also getting everyone back in the saddle and back to doing stuff because we took a week off. So, yes, we're ending a little early, but we're going to get all of the boring stuff done between game. So, everyone, make sure you get to work on that tonight or tomorrow. I will literally ping you in the morning.
Imagine I made a cracking knuckle sound real close to the microphone.
Oh, like this?
I mean, I guess, but I don't feel like actually following through with the gesture.
Okay.
No offense. This is actually kind of my fault, as I am covering for a coworker at work, and I do have to leave early. So, my apologies to the stream for everything kind of closing up a little early.
I don't blame you. We kind of also rushed through the Moon expected this to take longer.
A little bit. I figured I could probably squeeze another hour out of here, but no, you said all of the right things for once.
No, it's like the second time she said all. She said all the right things with the aliens.
Yep, that's true. There was the other time.
She's actually on Paladin track. This is pretty good.
And actually, it's the third time she said all the right things, because the first time we showed up here, she said, "Hi, I'm Wandering Sunrise."
Oh my fucking god, I forgot about how infuriating that was. Damn it, Nyota!
I take 3 points of sanity damage because I had scabbed over that memory, you fuckboy.
And I also take the 3 points and have no save.
Guys, quick stitch, if you want the flying tank thing to be a thing, let's go for it. Second off, what I'm going to be doing for written story-wise is basically writing out about, I don't know, a week that won't be featured here on stream.
Accepted. Heard and accepted. 1 week of downtime scheduled. No combat, just skill checks and roll challenges and puzzles.
Or depending on how long stuff takes. Basically, the next stream, guys, will start when the party is back together, and we are ready to go on this quest for Soot to make her life right. Now that I've actually cleaned her.
So, are we side questing the tank side quest?
We're side questing in the side. Go ahead.
We are digressing and side questing.
No, what I mean is we're side questing on the side quest.
And by the way, you kind of forgot, you won't be there with your Fundo all alone. Sunrise will also have Scapola.
Yes, Sunrise will have Scapola, and Scapola is an excellent conversationalist when she's not high.
So I was going to say you've got the rhyming kind of mopey zebra. You've got the
Scapola and Sunrise will literally spend all week trying to make Fundo smile, and then Sunrise will realize her bunny is teleported to Nyota and go, "Oh my God, my bunny really is a magical demon bunny."
It's not a magical demon bunny specifically, but there are some things on its character packed in it.
There is a reason for everything that Mr. Bun Bun, I mean, that Boba Fett can do.
Some of those things involve the word packed.
Holy shit, so it's a bunny Nyota. Okay!
You didn't think zebras had all the magic, did you?
So, I have to thank patron people. I do think now, so for those of you who don't know, yesterday I spent most of the day finally doing the full revamp on my Patreon stuff. So there are now 2 tiers that I have to announce every name on, and there are now actual benefits to being a patron. Like, really, I hope nice benefits. I don't know. That's up to you guys to decide. But the full Commissars of Slanesh, Fop Doodle, Song of the Void, and our anonymous person, thank you guys so much. You guys make sure the power stays on. And our 2 flat-out champions of Slanesh, Jeffrey Perigo and Michael Bones, thank you guys a hell of a lot. Thank you very much. I would also like to thank our $10 folks. Now, to describe this for patron purposes, people do get real benefits for this stuff as far as what I can actually do now. I did say that if we got to a certain point, I would start offering real benefits, and now I'm keeping my promise. So, $10 patrons, you actually get the ability to, one time, you can come up to me and go, I want you to science this, and I will include it in a science video. The $50 guys, the guys who I called out, the first 2 guys I called out, the first 3 people I called out by name, they do get to request a game per month, as well as that previous shenanigans of telling me, hey, one time I have to go science something. And the absolute top tier folks get a piece of art every month from the artists. There's a limited number of slots for that. And also get to request a story once that I have to write. So there you go. And the story or artwork can include your own OCs, so long as it references other work I'm doing, or is simply a story that's actually turns out to be something really nice to write. Like, those are the only conditions. It has to reference basically the people here on the channel, or the stuff I do on the channel for artwork and for the story. I mean, you can literally just smash your OC with Sunrise and tell me to write it. And I'll do it. And I'll bash my head against the table through it. In the meantime, I've talked enough. I'm going to go with the person who should have been who was the responsible dad first, because it's in the fucking middle of the names.
Well, I mean, somebody who happens to be completely ignoring the fact that she's pregnant kind of needs to get poked every now and then to make sure that she's doing the right thing for their children.
Okay.
It warms my heart to see a Wastelander dad.
Scapola?
Well, Mia's already done the right thing for you. She's taken all your drugs away and kept them for herself.
In her bloodstream.
If you've already gone through that many Medexes, how are you not dead?
No, I didn't go through that many Medexes yet, but I will
She's not
eventually.
She's not dead. She just feels amazing.
Yes, Gearhead, the story is in the description below, as is the link to Dead Tree Studios, the people who actually make the game, such as Moonhoof here, who's our GM from the development team.
Hi, I write and drink and turn madness and coffee into words.
The book's pretty good. The fic is pretty good.
Stitchy.
Yeah.
I have bad ideas. Sometimes they don't kill everybody.
I think you have the lowest kill count.
Don't worry, I'll make up for it.
It's also intentional. So.
Also, I'm looking at the stream. Gearhead, I see your quote, and yeah, you have no context. How do you think I feel having all of the context? I don't want to live in a world where tanks can fly.
Well, like I said in the game chat, I prefer it to be a hovering tank anyway.
Alguaso?
Yeah. Also, Mina, get off the ceiling.
What's your final word?
Yes, Moon needs beer.
Someone needs to slap some common sense into that little white filly.
Apparently, I soaked some common sense into her.
Yeah, that might be the better option, because the book they'd need to slap some sense into her would probably crush her under the white.
She's probably already read it.
Clocks?
What? What did I do this time?
Never mind. That's your last word, Moon.
You know what? This actually went according to plan for once.
We only went slightly off the rails with the flying tank and the bath.
No, you didn't, because I planned for both of those things.
Yeah, no, we had stats for the bath and stats for fauna and like space requirements.
I'm calling bullshit till I see them.
For the flying tank?
I have.
The bath. I'm calling bullshit that you had stats for the bath.
Not stats, but a rough idea, because it was she would have to bathe for upwards of 7 to 8 hours to get the grime dislodged, because it's based off of, having done grinding as a day job and needing like 40 minutes to remove the steel that was embedded in my skin. But, you used lava soap and shaved about 3 hours off the time.
Fucking black lung.
Alright.
You have tried to diplomacy everything. I have to plan for everything.
You do an excellent job, sir. And we will be giving you feedback as you requested. Twitty?
I'm going to have the 72-ounce steak platter with baked potatoes, some broccoli, and butter, and rolls.
Yes, go for the ramen! Go for the ramen!
I'm hungry.
And Javundo, I didn't forget you. I was just skipping around you to see if you would mention, hey, did you forget me?
No, because I've already had my say.
Okay. I hope everyone had a good time. If you have something to improve upon, please let Moon know. And in the meantime, yeah, tonight was fun.
Good.
We will see you guys next week, and I will talk to everyone throughout the week to get our between game stuff down and take all the massive notes about it, so that when the written version of this chapter comes out in like 3 months, I'm kidding. We're hiring a second editor. A second editor is literally being hired on Saturday. I gave Props a hard deadline that said, Saturday, I'm hiring a second editor to make stories come out faster.
She's right. She's kidding. It'll be 4 months, not 3.
Oh my god. All right. So, you're gonna do some stuff over the night and set out in the morning.
Yeah, we're gonna do some stuff. I imagine we're gonna be like doing stuff overnight and then setting up tomorrow morning.
All right.
Wait, 6? Oh, fuck.
Well, yeah, that's why I've been pressuring you, Clocks.
I didn't realize I'd hit 6. I need to, there's a...
And I've just discussed this with Moon. Next week will also apparently involve a Twitty side quest as well as our side quest to go fix Soot's life. And an explanation for where Twitty's actually going to end up with life.
So, all you Twitty fans, now you have something to look forward to next week.
Yeah, no, I've been teasing an episode for a while, and I'm glad I've actually got a chance to do this.
Also, when are we going to get some explanation about that death counter?
You got explanation about it? Wait, hold on. Okay.
No.
Cards on the table. What do you want to know?
What is
and
it
just
about?
no. Just as you say, what do you want?